Snark. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Israel.
Is that Courage the Cowardly Dog warning about Israel?
The Palestine.
They have a right to defend themselves, you stupid dog.
That's crazy. That would be amazing to see.
He would absolutely be. He would
absolutely. If he was in opinions
context,
about anything, he would. That's where. If he has any opinions at all, that's where he would have. 100%. Where he would land.
He's always he's the kind of guy that would be like.
He is Israel
because he just watches TV, right? Like he's just on his rocker watching TV.
Yeah, he's on his rocker watching TV.
Like so, he'd be watching like the news saying that.
He'd be watching drone footage of them destroying Gazans. He'd be like, yes,
they deserve it.
Yeah,
they're all terrorists. Every single one of them, even their kids.
Why?
They're gonna grow up and become terrorists.
That baby is a terrorist.
Insane. Over 45% of the population is children there. And it's like, they're terrorists.
Eustace doesn't care.
Yeah, Eustace is literally just regurgitating what like BB is telling like the people to say.
Eustace is quite literally the worst person ever. Like quite honestly.
If that show is kind of. By the way, welcome to the Snark Podcast.
How's it going, guys?
How's it going?
Hey, what's up? We're just making fun of Eustace.
Yeah. If you think about Courage the Cowardly Dog, it kind of is an allegory for the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
How so?
Because you have this old fucking like evil dude kind of abusing this poor helpless small thing that just happens to share his living space.
Mm-hmm.
He's also purple. I don't know how the purple fits in.
Well, the thing is this, right?
This is
where it gets different, right?
Purple is the color of Islam.
I think it's like a neutral color, like say. So in this conflict, like innocence is kind of neutral, and say we usually have two sides, like the left and the right, and usually we represent that by blue and red. And so if you bring them into the center, that's purple. So that's kind of like a neutral thing. And so I think in the conflict of like say innocent people are just trying to exist, they don't have a political agenda, even though people are trying to cast a political agenda on them. So therefore, courage is the Palestinians.
There's a video essay that is this.
Yes. I would want to choke them.
It is some early 20s white dude, like it always is, some early 20s white dude.
Shitty mustache.
Explaining to me that how I don't know about shit that I clearly know more about than they do. And they're like, well, no, I don't actually. They did the laboring of learning about it for real, like actually. Yeah. I just know the conversation. They're like, do you understand the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement? I'm like, dude, no 20-year-old white boy, please tell me.
I was scrolling.
Please tell me.
I was scrolling on a TikTok yesterday, and the amount of white women that came up on my feed somehow
I tweeted about it.
Yeah, dude, there were so many white women just on my feed being like, so many people aren't understanding the messaging behind Kendrick's Super Bowl performance. I'm like, shut up. I do not want to hear this from you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this from anybody, quite frankly, but I definitely don't want to hear this from you.
100%. Even on my Facebook. I don't go on Facebook very often. But I went on it a little bit more when I just realized that there's a dark mode on Facebook. Because I thought Facebook is just boomer shit. I thought it was so boomer shit they didn't even screen? Yeah. I just thought they didn't even try. Like, no, we're not even going to make it like other sites. So I was like, oh, so there's an option. So at least I was looking on it a little bit more, and it was that. So yeah, it pisses me off that none of those people actually knew. They saw it from somebody else. And then the thing that annoys me the most is when people try to say that they came up with this. Like say for example, even Luka Doncic when he went to the Lakers, there's actually some real shit going on behind the scenes that have to do with the owners. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden there were people that broke that news, and I'm like, that's really interesting. And other creators fucking started parroting that shit, but saying, I have a theory. And I'm like, no, you don't have a theory. You took this information and now you're saying as if you're fucking smart. And that's what these people are doing. They're like, there's a deeper meaning behind this. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't come up with it, pussy. You're speaking in that first person. That makes me want to choke them.
The American flag was split in half.
It's always white women, bro.
Up.
Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I've every major problem you could trace it back to them, dog. I swear. I swear, like, I'm not kidding. If you really open a book and look at it, you'll be like, oh, a white woman. It was the cause right there.
I mean, yeah, you talk about, like, we brought up Emmett Till a couple of times, you know. I mean, it's just like you
Who's
get a
that?
Chris, you don't have to learn. You don't have to learn about it. Trust me. You being ignorant to that is probably
Is he like a
safe.
voice actor or something?
Yeah.
Sort of like that.
Yeah.
He definitely made sounds.
He's
at first.
he's basically
He did make sounds at first.
he was like the original Tay Sunday.
Oh, so he did like a little song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like,
My grandma would have slapped the fuck out of you if you said that in front
No,
of her.
she wouldn't.
Yeah,
Doesn't know who
probably.
Tay Sunday is?
That's true. But she would have just been confused. That's true. She'd be
that
like,
is very true. If she knew who Tay Sunday was and be like, how dare you?
If this 80-year-old woman inexplicably understood who Tay Sunday is.
she definitely heard me listen to him a few times.
She's had to at
He doesn't
some
know him by
point.
name?
Yeah, but I know that. I know that, but she's definitely heard me listen to him and sing Chocolate Rain, and she's like, what the
Fuck is that? My kid is dumb. My kid is dumb and damaged.
What is
My kid is dumb and damaged.
I mean,
Double D, we
if I
call him.
Double D.
double dumb D dumb
We call.
dumb diddly dumb dumb dumb
All right, relax.
dumb dumb dumb
Okay, this is.
That's
dumb 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 dumb.
You're sounding like South Park now.
Is
I
that
remember
Dan today?
Yeah, but dumb dumb.
Oh, okay.
Stupid. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Super Bowl happened. I think I didn't watch it. I actually totally fucking forgot that it was happening. Like sincerely, I was like streaming on Sunday. I was like, I got nothing to do today.
Yeah.
I streamed it. I was like, you're streaming exactly when the Super Bowl is happening. I'm like, what? I had no idea.
That's funny.
I don't
Watched it for the
even-
halftime show.
Whatever?
I just want to see the halftime show. What was gonna happen?
I don't even think I ever cared about that. Like,
I cared about this one
This
in
one
particular because
specifically,
it's
yeah.
fucking funny. It's also probably the most viewed one of all time. I'd have to probably say.
This is the one. I mean, especially, and not only it's because of Kendrick, but it's because of what we were wondering what Kendrick was going to do.
Exactly.
yeah.
And so it was, people were on like really like, oh, is it gonna? And then so much so that he baked it into the performance of like, is he gonna do it? Is he not gonna do it? Like you had those narrator chicks. Like it was kind of like, no, he wouldn't, kind of a thing. And then he finally
It's so much more than just the fuck you to Drake, because it is a fuck you to Drake,
Sure.
like in
another victory lap.
But it's not. But this one isn't as spiteful as that, because it's like he has a message while he's doing it. He's like, obviously, I'm wearing the A minor chain. I'm wearing the flared pants, the Canadian flared pants. You know, like I'm gonna call you a fucking I'm gonna make fun of the fact that you like minors. I'm gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
But like the whole performance was more than that, I guess.
Of course.
And I think that's what he like.
I feel like it was more spiteful actually.
I think it was more fight with ignoring
because it's at the Super Bowl.
yeah.
It's Serena Williams
Everyone-
fucking crib walking.
Everyone said bro. It was loud. It was loud enough that you could hear it through the audio equipment that Kendrick had on.
Yeah, it peaked,
That is how loud it was.
It peaked the audio for the for the stream.
It was that was we say a beautiful moment.
It was a good moment, yeah.
And it was very obvious to people that aren't aware of the situation why they thought. Say, I asked my mom. She was like, "What did you think of the performance?" Or my mom, she said, "What did you think of the performance?" And I said, like, "No, it was good. Like, probably." And I said this because I knew where she was coming from. Like, probably underwhelming compared to some of the other performances. She's like, "Yeah, like I think so." And because she doesn't know about any of this shit, this fucking beef.
Oh yeah,
between them.
it's a meta performance.
Yeah.
Like if you're not in the loop, you're not gonna. It's
Exactly. There was so much like,
I mean,
like say you want to talk about subversion. That was a subversive performance, and also Kendrick is somebody who lives in metaphor and subtext. So
That's true.
It's to the point where I saw tweets and I couldn't believe this because there were people on the right that were like, "Oh, I'm glad at least this performance was pretty patriotic."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was cracking the fuck. I saw some old lady say
You're
that.
lying,
Yeah,
right?
they're
No,
like,
no.
I saw some old lady watching it on TikTok, and she was like, "At least it's patriotic." And I'm like, because they had the American flag. I'm like,
Had the
"You are
American flag,
fucking deliberately
Uncle
stupid."
Sam, and I know this old black man. He's the one that says "motherfucker" all the time.
That is
kidding, right?
No,
No, I'm not
no.
talking.
These are not real people, though. These are
it's very much
ones.
Rage
They're real
Against the
voters.
Rage Against the Machine on the freaking on SNL, and they'd be like, "Hey, don't say it," and they were like,
Oh, when Rage Against the Machine went on, yeah,
they were
that's
like-
right. I forgot about that.
What was that? I don't remember.
I forgot. No, it was BBC. They were on the BBC.
What happened? I didn't see this.
This is obviously years ago.
We were kids.
We were children.
We were kids.
But it was they were on BBC and they were doing like a performance for the BBC and they were doing
Bulls.
No, they weren't doing Bulls. They were doing Killing in the Name of, I think.
Yeah,
and then they were.
Those are different songs. Yes.
And then they said they asked them like, don't say
what the end?
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I won't do it. And so they started like, I won't do what you tell me. And then eventually,
you
like,
can see him just like,
fuck you. And then they cut away, and it's like amazing. It's awesome.
He got a few off.
He got like a good 3 off.
That's good.
And then they cut away.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't believe they asked them. Like, have you met them?
Especially
have you met that
the
group?
fucking phrase.
Yeah, literally the thing. Hey, when you say I won't do what you tell me, can you not say fuck you before that? It's such an like to even make that request feels insane.
It does.
They are like
you're better off having like a technician on the side just ready to
turn it off,
mute it when they say
just
like
Well, that literally should have been
just mute them
like
then play the audio track over.
That would have been good.
Play an audio track over, and there's a few moments where it's just off, and he's like.
It's just completely out of sync by the end.
That would have been really good.
But yeah, no, there are people out there who are like, they see an American flag and they just assume it's patriotic. It's kind of amazing.
It's more of a
It's like the
Puerto
Bruce
Rican flag,
Springsteen
but
stuff.
whatever.
It's like the, what is it?
Right.
Born in the USA.
Yes.
Where he's like, I love Born in the USA. Or like fucking Creedence Clearwater Revival. It is amazing how many right-wing Republicans.
Tragic.
Isn't that insane?
Tragic.
You're kidding. They don't know the meaning of those songs.
Tragic.
They don't understand. Like, Fortunate Son is completely over. Like, they don't get it. It's kind of amazing.
You're lying, though.
No, I'm not kidding.
Not even a little bit.
I do think it has to do with. I do think it has to do with the fact that it's just like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say if you're right when you don't make art because that's not necessarily true. Statistically, like, I would imagine it's like probably like 70-30, right? Of like, if you're going to make art, chances are there's a 70% chance you're like a left-leaning guy, 30% chance like you might be right.
I've never met a conservative artist in my life, like genuinely.
I've definitely met conservative artists.
I've never met a conservative artist in my life.
I mean, Marty O'Donnell is one.
I think Marty O'Donnell ended up there now, but he probably wasn't initially.
No, I think Marty O'Donnell's very clearly like a conservative.
I think he ended up there. I don't think in his most artistic point he was
kind
there.
of irrelevant at the point. If you end up there, in my opinion, that's what you are. I don't know.
Well, I don't know about that. I just
agree.
have no opinion on that. I can't say anything.
Yeah, whatever.
But like, because somebody who there's a lot of people say who we came up with on YouTube that were kind of. I would say they weren't into politics, but they were probably somewhere on the left just by default. And then once that movement started happening, they kind of just ran to the right. And because I still think they're not actually serious people. But people who are actually like, oh, I care about politics and they're conservative, it is, it is very fucking few and far between to find someone who's like, yeah, I like to experiment and I like to think about colors and deeper meanings between things.
You're not gonna read into that. Like, it's like Kid Rock isn't making,
art.
Oh, dude, that was one of my favorite.
Could you make a note of Kid Rock?
Oh, we're gonna talk about him right now.
Oh, you want to talk about it right now?
Because I love what happened with him, where he was like, what did he say to Ken? He was on Twitter and he said something about like,
what did he say? I didn't.
It was about the halftime show. He was like,
I didn't see that. Something else happened with him.
He said something along the lines of like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, or like worst show or whatever. Oh no, it wasn't Kid Rock. It was Ted Nugent. They're all the same to me.
Oh, he's
Ted Nugent said, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then, or like he was making fun of Kendrick, and then somebody else was like, "You're literally a pedophile," and he blew him the fuck out. The ratio is insane. It's like 70,000 to 15. And it's like
there are so many of those.
That is such a
he has that
diabolical
song where he's
song.
like lusting over a 13-year-old fucking kid.
That isn't
Osmosis Jones, right?
that isn't.
Well, that's Kid Rock.
No,
that's what I'm saying. These are so interchangeable.
Yeah, like where he said, what does he say? Something about statutory is mandatory.
Say it's statutory, but I say it's mandatory.
And I'm like, that's an insane. It's insane as Rick Ross writing his shit, where it's why are you openly putting this in your song?
I hate to say, I love that song's how hypnotic the beat is.
Yeah,
Which song?
That song's beat is hypnotic.
The pedophile song?
Yeah.
Well,
the beat's
the-
I get it. It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
No, it's
It's like the Pied Piper drawing those kids into the cave. It's literally
The Pied
That's-
Piper?
what is
What
what
the
a
fuck?
fucking name drop. What an old.
Y'all don't know about the Pied Piper. Come on.
I know.
It's just an insane-
a lot about the Pied Piper.
What do you
actually.
mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, wait, what is that?
Well, exactly. How'd you one up me in this situation?
Because there's
Have you been piped? Have you been piped?
I almost got Pied Piped. Okay?
That's crazy.
This dude was
Derek
playing
sees
the,
a white man in a flute in the
This dude
forest,
was
and he's like,
playing
"I'm gonna
the
go hang
flute.
out with him."
It was Jethro Tull. He almost got me. He swiped at me. I was like, whoa.
You were like, "Wait!" You broke out of it right in time and ran off.
I don't know. The Pied Piper is just such a thing. Like I would, it's a reference that like a medieval peasant would make.
Guys,
You know what I
I
mean?
say
Yeah.
this a lot, and you guys seem to forget. I was raised by an old person.
Not from the medieval times. What the hell are you talking about?
No, but
British
if anyone,
stuff. So yeah. So
British
like,
stuff, the Jamaican guy, the
yeah.
Caribbean dude.
Yeah.
What does Britain have to do with Jamaica?
What does Spain have to do with Puerto Rico? You know,
Not a thing.
It's weird. How do I speak the same language as a guy in Europe?
Anyway.
That's fucking strange.
That's fake.
So wait, what happened with Kid Rock?
That's fake.
What happened with Kid Rock? I realized that I mixed him in Ted Nugent job.
Yeah, they basically Kid Rock is like Ted Nugent light essentially.
They're
I
like
would
they're,
actually say
they're like each other's alter ego, but they're the same person, so it doesn't matter.
the weird thing is
Jekyll
like
and Mr. Hyde, but there's
It's Dr. Jekyll
shitty.
and Mr. Jekyll.
I'm changing into myself.
I'm still racist, but like I go by a different name at night.
so
Bruce Wayne and Wayne Bruce.
Wayne Bruce.
That's the beauty of two first names.
That is
I'm Wayne
Yeah.
Bruce,
Wayne
dressed in the same clothes with different shoes.
Usain Bolt and Bolt Hussein.
Shoes.
Bolt. I haven't heard. What is he? Is he even around? Does he still do stuff?
I think he ran away.
He retired.
He ran so
remember
fast.
you didn't see
he
we got
ran into space.
He ran away.
He ran.
He escaped everything.
He ran. He had a final run. He ran into the sunset
Some say he's still running. Some
through
say
the ocean. Like he's running on water because he's so fast.
He got injured really bad in his last race, like really bad in his final race. He was also up like.
What do you mean? What did he trip?
You
Tripping
could
at
say
that speed, it must be crazy.
That's yeah.
He's running.
Because what does he run? Like 50 miles an hour?
Guys, he's still a
50 miles an
human.
hour.
He's not Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, running is fast. If I fell at the fastest speed that I could run, if I
hurt your-
tripped,
you hurt yourself.
I would do some pretty bad
Hurt
damage
yourself
to
for
me.
sure.
Yeah,
But you're not
especially
Sonic
if
the
I was,
Hedgehog.
especially if I was running at like a bunch of open-faced knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you walked into
I-
if you walked into those knives, you'd be hurt too.
What's the scenario that
But
you'd
you
be,
were really walking.
in?
I don't know, maybe like a knife salesman drops all of his things,
How many people have killed people like that? You think?
like through like a series of like genuine misfortune, like unfortunate events.
Oh, just holding the knife.
I would actually,
but it's on camera, so like you can tell he didn't do it on purpose.
I would bet
still
that a
manslaughter.
solid. Now this isn't a high
That's
number.
unfair.
Yeah.
That's really unfair
you say?
at that moment.
No, just saying, it's still manslaughter, so you're still fucked.
That's I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
Is that
think
a felony manslaughter?
Yes.
I think it's a degree 1, right? Or degree 2?
I actually don't. Well, I don't want to confidently say yes. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like it depends on the degree, I guess, of
Because like
manslaughter.
vehicular manslaughter.
Well, let's
you
ask
know.
our legal analyst. Let's cut over to our legal analyst. Oh fuck, we don't have one. We don't have a legal analyst.
Yeah.
We don't have that
Clifford,
camera set up. He is in the corner of the room. But we don't have the camera set up.
Yeah,
Our
so we
legal
can't-
analyst.
Yeah.
He has a mic, but
What
since
if
we
a
don't have the
hand
camera
that-
on him, he
what
can't
if a
do anything.
hand that is-
He's not allowed to speak unless the camera's on him, and
Yeah.
he's really committed to that.
What
Yeah.
what if you guys pan over and another white hand enters frame and waves behind Derek?
You know what I've always wanted to do? Like,
I would
Okay.
out.
I had an idea for like a video.
What?
And it wasn't necessarily. It wasn't like an idea for the video. It was an idea for like a shot in the video where like I wanted to cut to like me holding something, but it was your hand.
That'd be dope.
And just like not acknowledge the
Not
fact that like
say
I had like a
shit.
stand in hand. It was like clearly like a way bigger black hand, and it's like I'm treating it like it's mine.
That'd be great.
I've always wanted to, like, I think about that shot in Family Guy where Stewie jumps out the window and it cuts to like this like fake
This grown-ass man.
grown ass black guy in his tight clothes falling as like a stunt. And I think about I love that gag so much. But
it's like the Michael Jordan bit where the mom dunks, but it's clearly
Yeah.
fucking what you call it, Al Cinders, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I said Al Cinders, fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No, Al Cinders, you're right.
That's crazy. I just said that out loud.
I don't even understand why you would do that.
That's crazy.
It's like that's weird.
crazy. I said out loud. My grandma knows him, and she would always call him Al because it was his name first.
Yeah, like his own name.
And that is.
Anyway,
Shoot
It's like
me,
being like
somebody.
it's like oh, Cassius Clay. Like no one
Somebody
does
shoot me.
that.
Somebody
No one
shoot
fucking does that. Oh yeah, Kid Rock. I want to bring this up.
yeah.
So he didn't do. It was just showing that this guy is a massive fucking loser. He was on stage at some dumb, I don't know, some country bullshit,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get everybody to clap.
Fucking wheat field or something.
He's trying to get everybody to clap, and there's maybe like 30% of people clapping. And then he's just like, you okay there, buddy?
I'm gonna cry. That's so funny.
What?
I'm thinking of someone throwing a Molotov at him.
In a wheat
He's
field?
Like he's clapping, everybody claps, and one guy's just.
That's
To throw it like that too.
It really
Like,
just suddenly.
like 3 frames of an interaction.
Like he's
Yeah.
sprinkling dust.
You have no time to react at all.
You notice it when it's like here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's a Molotov.
Essentially, I don't know if you notice it until you're on fire if it's done that fast.
You probably think, oh, bottle.
It just, and then you're just, well,
you're
now
gone.
you're
Is that a
done.
fly?
So
Yeah.
so yeah, what a kid. So he was in a wheat field.
Yeah, he was in a wheat field in a country concert in a wheat field, right?
And he got 30% of the audience there to see him to clap, which is crazy.
He was just like, hey, clap everybody to this song. And then he was like,
they're all offbeat.
basically, I mean, they're, rhythmless. And they were like, he basically was like,
Rhythmless behavior.
if y'all ain't gonna clap, then fuck you. And then he just walked off stage.
Nice.
Like as if, like, I was like, what point are you proving? They
Dude,
don't,
even Ninja didn't walk off stage when he couldn't get all those people in New York City to floss.
it's literally, it's not like, that's never once in any point in history, an artist walking off stage has never been cool.
Yeah.
There's no like, it's always fucking stupid.
Yeah, and an artist still hasn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, can you think of a scenario when like an artist stops playing, is like, oh yeah, this is good. This is a good thing. Like this was great. I don't understand what goes through people's minds.
The only thing that I can even think about that's even close to that is Larry David. Because Larry David used to do stand-up, and like when people just wouldn't get the joke, he would leave. He would just leave.
You just wrap up the joke and leave.
But then
have a good
then the
night.
comedians would all watch it because like they wanted that to happen. They wanted him to just leave in the middle of his set and just leave an empty 10 minutes.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Which
Like
is hilarious.
That is funny.
That's like a Norm level of just like when Norm would like bomb at like the roasts that he would do. He would come with like a joke book from like the 1700s or whatever.
And all the comedians would be fucking laughing their
Yeah,
ass
and
off.
everyone in the audience is like,
Yeah, like it's fun. It's funny.
fucking
It's funny
cares?
to us, but like
Yeah.
if like say for example, if I paid money for Larry David and then he's like, oh, not enough of you don't get it, I'm out of here. I'd be like, what the fuck?
well, you wouldn't be paying money for Larry David at that point. Like that was open mic shit. You know what I mean?
That'd
Yeah,
have me
of
in
course.
tears. That would have me in tears probably. 'Cause I'm like, this is crazy that he left.
To me, it's I like it could be one of those money well spent moments too. It depending on like how
Like Kramer
how
at the
things went.
Laugh Factory, I would pay so much money to be there, dude.
That's
I
fucking-
would.
see-
that is something that I'll
meltdown?
never be able to see again, and it makes me sad.
That's a
'Cause
special
he's
video.
like recovered or whatever, but it's like, come on, dude. We need more people like flipping the fuck out,
Yeah.
having like a racist moments, and then people just being able to be like that.
Who
Dude,
tried to attack somebody on stage like a year or two ago?
Chappelle almost got attacked.
That's what somebody
Oh,
tried
yeah,
to tackle
somebody
him.
tried
Right,
to
the guy that
He
had
like
the knife.
Was
that
that a
was
knife
gun.
gun? I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, they beat the fuck out of that guy. They beat that guy pretty
like
bad.
that. Imagine being at that show. Like that's
Yeah.
fucking. That's awesome.
iconic. But there's something special about that Laugh Factory video of Kramer, man. Like
Yeah,
that's like because that's like the
he
first.
falls apart.
Because like I genuinely think 1 year earlier that wouldn't have been a problem because there wouldn't have been fucking video of it. That's like at that early point.
There's
you know
magic.
what I mean?
There's like magic.
Where like there was enough people with like access to video at all times to even get that. You know
Kramer
what I
wasn't
mean?
caught up.
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking like, oh, I should watch what I say now because it might be filmed.
Yeah.
Someone might be sneaking a camera in.
You know
That might have been mad.
you know what it's like?
Magic, dude.
You know what it's like? It's like it's the way I feel about like if you're a racist in the modern era where you could just look up these things, right? There's like so much access of information available to you that like being ignorant, there's really no excuse for it.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I don't know, to me like 1860s, you're in like a fucking wheat field, you've only ever met 10 people, you still shouldn't be a racist. But I'm not nearly as upset at you.
100%.
I mean,
That's kind of the thing.
Like
That's with Kramer for me. I was like, damn, I feel bad.
Completely. I mean, I was thinking about like, say, because people were talking about the election, like, oh, how did we get hoodwinked again? And the only thing that's really upsetting is that, like, what you just said, like the access of information.
Yeah.
Versus, like, say, back then, this has happened many a times before. Like, I was looking into, I was learning all about the OK Corral and Doc Holliday and all that bullshit.
The OK Corral, the restaurant?
You mean Golden Corral, you fucking imp?
Yeah. Stay with
I love
me.
OK Corral.
Yeah, so I was talking. Yeah, I was learning about the famous restaurant, the OK Corral, and yeah, I was learning how J.P. Morgan was involved somehow.
Is that true?
Well,
You didn't know that?
in the OK
I haven't
Corral.
looked up the OK
Anyway, long story short, it was just like the subversiveness of the who was the president at the time and who they got to become the president afterwards, just by someone who completely flip-flopped. Completely.
Yeah.
But you would expect people like that dumb to fall for that shit back in the day because they only had town newspapers and then nothing else.
Right, yeah.
So
I mean, imagine living your life and you've seen 7 people and all of a sudden there's a black one.
Yeah, it's probably scary.
Look,
the hell's that thing?
What the fuck?
I don't agree with it being terrifying but I've also seen relatively every kind of person now.
Yeah, we can't
And then
relate.
a green motherfucker shows up, and I'd be like, "Whoa, what's that? You're green."
We can't.
Yeah.
we can't relate because
You
like
can
we've
get that
just
tan?
existed around everybody.
I didn't know you can get that tan.
didn't know a person could be so dark and disgusting.
Disgusting.
You're
Damn.
fucking frightening me. Are you more strong at nighttime?
Are you covered in oil? Are you okay?
What's I don't understand.
I feel like my immediate reaction if I never saw a black person, I'd probably be like, "Are you okay?" You know what I mean? Like if I didn't know that it was possible to look different, and I saw somebody who was like a black person for the first
I
time,
mean,
I'd
even babies
it would
do
be
that.
more like concern and less fear. I'd be
When
like, "Are you all right?"
My nephew, when I first was around him, I'm the only black person in that family, pretty much. So he would glare at me.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh, what?
Whoa,
You're different. You're
whoa."
different looking." Now he adores me, but like, when I was young, he was like, "What the?"
It was like, yeah, it was confusion and curiosity, but I don't think it was like
It wasn't bigotry. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just.
yeah.
disdain.
It was just like, "Oh, what's that?"
He's just glaring at you.
I remember the first time I saw a really old person, and that kind of scared me
Yeah.
because I don't know, they look kind of like Halloween masks at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know
The first time I saw an Asian person, it was striking to me for sure.
what?
Yeah.
When I was like, at least the first time I remember, at least I was like,
I don't remember.
I was like
I don't have any
24 years
memories like
old.
that.
I
don't
was
have memories like that
terrified. Like 24, I was terrified. I was like, what the fuck's going on there?
24. So an Asian person for the first time at 24 in New York. Somehow.
That's so wild.
Being a black person watching all these kung fu flicks and being like, wait a minute.
Never went to Chinatown.
That's-
That's fucking insane.
I like ape. I come up to them.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Do you remember that park in?
That's crazy.
Do you remember that park in Chinatown? Do you remember that park in Chinatown? I can't remember what it was called. It was like a lot, but there were like the rats would play in the park in Chinatown.
No.
You just saw them like having a good time?
Dude, they were just romping.
Wow.
It was crazy.
It's gross.
I love New York, but also, goddamn.
That's a dirty ass park, man. They're just having a good
Chinatown's
time.
particularly, well, maybe not now actually.
I haven't been to Chinatown.
It's actually a
in
lot
10
cleaner than it
years.
used to be, which is
I
crazy.
imagine.
It's also a lot emptier. New York is empty as shit compared to when I grew up. I went to Manhattan and I was like, why are so many stores not here?
Yeah, they're
It
like,
shocked the fuck out of me. It was like, this is not here.
yeah, there's not a
This is not here.
sustainable. It's because all of our money is being looted by incredibly rich people.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of storefronts that are kind of empty.
It's crazy.
St. Mark's is kind of like reorganized entirely now. It's weird.
It's crazy. A city with so much poverty, yet there's so much money being taken from the people in it.
Wow, amazing.
Insane, right? Like,
It's cool.
cost of living in there is so insane, but also let's not help them. Fuck them.
Yeah,
they're mostly minorities. Fuck
Dude,
them.
every time I walk around and in any city, right, and I see the benches with the fucking
The bars.
Oh, the
What do they call it?
anti-bum. I just call them anti-bum. I don't know what they actually call them.
Anti-bum bars.
Yeah, I don't know what they actually call them, but yeah.
there's like a term that's like really
Rails?
official for it. No, like the concept. Somebody in the audience will
on
know. It's like like hostile architecture or something.
Something
It's
like that.
It's
That
something
sounds
like that.
something, yeah.
But it pisses me off every time I see it.
Yeah.
Like the rail in the middle of the bench.
I would go through
so
it.
people can't sleep there.
I would
It's
just
like,
go through it.
Just do whatever.
You know how many
One
benches
thing I
sustained me
appreciate-
at nighttime?
What?
How many benches sustained me at nighttime in New York City?
Dude, I will say I appreciate. I don't know if it's still this way, but it was there. It was this way the last time I was there, which is pretty recent. Union Square Park still has the long benches. You could take a nap on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking awesome. I took a nap on the bench in Union Square last time I was there, and it was awesome. I love that. You can't do that anymore because now you just fall through onto a bed of spikes. Because God forbid.
It's like a fucking. It's like the spikes from fucking
Spend
Need for Speed.
thousands of dollars on spikes when they could have just like opened up another homeless shelter.
Yeah.
Where they could have
Better infrastructure, help with
You know what's
security.
crazy?
done whatever.
Has there ever been? I think there's no more perfect like metaphor for like literally putting a Band-Aid on like a searing fatal wound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is
Like the
our
whole idea is
country.
like, oh, let's just make the benches impossible to nap on. That'll fix homelessness.
That is
Are you
America.
stupid?
Is
So crazy.
It's if you look
It's a
at this
nation of
country-
Band-Aids. You're right.
If you look at this country, like fundamentally, there are problems, and instead of fixing the problems, we put cement over it,
yeah.
constantly. And it's
Yeah.
like, why are we
Yeah.
not fixing these problems?
Sometimes cement is the best way. Like when somebody's like deeply irradiated.
well,
you
yeah,
gotta
there's
bury
that.
'em?
Yeah, if we need
No, you need
yeah.
lead. You need lead first, though.
You need lead, then cement, then lead, then cement again.
Yeah.
And then you bury them in lead. And then cement again.
How
Yeah.
many eldritch demonic creatures you think are probably like cemented in the ocean right now? like how many like? Oh, we caught Jason Voorhees. We put him in a fucking vat full of cement and titanium.
Do you
and
remember-
we threw him in the
That's
ocean.
not enough, man. Like,
It's not enough.
No.
Do you remember when they found out that giant squids were real?
I don't remember when, but
When?
like I don't.
I'm not asking like if you remember.
Oh, I was like,
Like
I'm not
that's
asking like for the
definitely-
date.
It's
I just
like, Chris, this wasn't in our lifetime, dude. Like, this wasn't like a thing that we experienced.
we did. No, literally.
Chris,
like the
no.
existence of giant squids were confirmed in like late 90s, early 2000s. I'm not even joking.
Chris, I'm pretty sure I
You're
saw
gay. Shut
them.
up.
I don't remember. I just remember reading.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm pretty sure it happened before. Like, I was looking books when I was little, and I was like, "Oh, these are things."
Look it up. I'm actually like 70% sure I'm right though.
What is the fucking?
It was like shockingly recent.
When did giant squids come out?
Oh man.
I gotta ask my brother about. There was a scientific magazine that we used to get. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it had like Discovery in it or something. I don't know. But I remember learning about giant squids in the 90s. So maybe that you're right about that. 'cause
Yeah.
I remember showing like
The
their
eyeball.
lengths of like the average length of like the biggest one. It was showing a tennis court, and I was like,
That's so crazy.
I was like, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting. Yeah, but it was like, and don't be confused. They've been mythologized for a long time.
Yeah.
But like they found one in like I think like the 1990s. I'm pretty sure. But whatever.
I just
doesn't
can't
matter.
even imagine what the fuck's in the ocean, man.
It's scary.
The amount of weird shit that there literally probably are fucking Cthulhu type things.
I saw a video of an
I
angler.
think they're aliens.
Oh, squids?
Well, in
Thanks for
general,
contributing.
in general, I think they're aliens down there.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Because
I mean,
I think
possibly.
I think octopuses are a sign that something fell from the sky like well after we were born. Like I think they're because they don't really they're not
Well,
like anything else.
Well, I'm pretty sure octopuses have been around since before I was born.
Yeah, Chris.
Fucking drool falls out of my face.
Let's talk about
1856, Chris.
1856?
Yes.
What are you talking about? Where?
Read. Where?
When were for giant squid was bequeathed its scientific name Architethicus.
God damn it.
I
Fucking
can't read
scientist
that.
always-
Chief squid by Danish zoologist These names are stupid as fuck. This
They're
guy's name is
always are.
This guy's name is literally Japetus Steenstrup. The fuck?
That
Fuck
guy,
the
that guy got
Danish.
shoved in so many
In
lockers.
1856,
That guy got shoved in
he
someone
discovered
else's
records of
asshole.
Danish men catching a creature in 1550.
Fucking nerd.
Is that true? Oh, I guess I thought it was more recent.
One
I guess.
other rogue person.
Oh, you fucking nerd.
Maybe it was. Maybe we like found one again in the 90s. There was something in the 90s about
I remember
Maybe
there was
found
a
like
book.
a much larger one or something.
There was a book
Yeah.
we had
Really
when we were
crazy
younger
one.
where we opened it and it was the size of its eyeball and it was insanely big. And
What
I
are you
was
talking
like,
about?
A giant squid's eyeball. It was like one that was like, it was like
It was like a pop out or something.
this big.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a pop out and it was like this.
Oh, yeah, it's-
this big. And I was like,
Yeah, it's like the size of a giant squid's eye.
yeah, just about.
Anyway, Kanye, right?
Blight. It's blight.
I've been so lonely, girl. I've been so sad and down. Fucking I just think of South Park. Whenever I think of that really nice song they did.
South Park?
Yeah, they did that really nice song of him.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a new show. It just came out like a few days ago.
A few days ago. So Kanye's on Twitter.
He's, Kanye.
He's tripping.
So there's a little prelude to this actually, and it's so Kanye has a friend. I forget this guy's name, but he just launched a new podcast. Right? He just launched a new podcast.
Friendier?
Yeah, Frenier Frest.
Frenier Frest.
Bestier Frest. Like
This is
best
falling
friend.
apart immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kanye's friend is a
this
podcast.
guy, he did a podcast and he did an interview, and it was cool the way it was set up because it was cut into segments and then it was showing behind the scenes of stuff they were doing, working on music, him doing some stuff with his daughter North and stuff. It was actually kind of interesting the way that it was cut together. But one thing that I thought was like, something's on the horizon because he said, my wife realized that you have a lot of things that I don't think is like mania. Like you're not manic. Like we need to seek out other specialists. And a new specialist that he said that you're autistic. You're not manic. And I was like, oh no. I was like, well, yeah, it's
It can't be both.
I was like, oh no. So the guy was like, so are you still taking your meds? The guy asked him and he's like, no, I'm doing other things. And I was like, oh no, here we go. And then like 2 days later, like after that thing dropped, he went insane. And I was like, oh my God, I saw it coming. Like it was, I hate when it's like a dog knowing like the weather's like, weather bad.
Your dog barking at the ghost in your bedroom, and you're like, "What the fuck are you barking at?"
Fuck up. And then this ghost is hovering, doing rituals and shit.
The devil.
Sacrifice.
You're like, shut the fuck up. You're supposed to kick it in the rib.
That's great. Like JoJo.
Fuck. I hope it goes. I hope it goes.
That's insane.
Yeah, so he's off his meds again because he thinks he's autistic, which I believe he is partially on the spectrum, and
course.
he's clearly manic. I think he's clearly manic.
Yeah, you can be both.
Yeah.
These aren't like
Mutually
it's not like
exclusive.
fat and skinny. You know what I mean? It's not like you can be autistic. And actually, some people can be both fat and skinny.
I mean, they have
be
the skinny fat thing, but
Yeah.
like not like
How are you can be skinny and fat. You can
That's
be
just like
You can,
alcoholism.
you can be emaciated on your legs and legs and arms, and then be
Your
rotund
gut.
in the middle.
Yeah, you gotta get a beer gut.
like
and be,
in some of the people I've built in 2K back in the day. Like back in the day, you were able to do whatever with their bodies. So I have the fattest body, and then their legs and arms were
Yeah.
literally
It's kinda what-
toothpicks.
It's
they'd
kinda
be
what ET is.
unstoppable. They'd be
Yeah.
unstoppable in the game.
99s. All their sliders are 99. They were fucking fire. I miss those games where you didn't have to. You could do whatever you wanted back in the day.
I miss
They
not
had to
having
pay
to
for
respect. Like,
Yeah.
I miss not having to respect the laws of the world in games you play.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
especially
because
in,
they were games.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially, because all these things, the basketball simulators, the football, they're fucking, to me, they're boring as shit now because I'm like, bro, I'd way rather just play football or basketball than just play
Yeah.
completely at the highest level of like simulator. I was like, that shit's boring to me.
Do you ever
dude.
have like a desire to want to like that stuff though? Because like I feel it sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, damn, I really wish like, I don't know. Sometimes I look at like Sim City or something, and I'm like, I kind of wish I wanted to play this
You never
because there
played
is something.
Sims?
Well, I played Sims, but like I mean, just like actively like, I think I'm gonna spend time in SimCity and like build a city and like plan it out.
Yeah.
Because I actually think it's like I feel like of the video games that you can play, that's probably actually like kind of. I could see that being kind of good for your like mental. I don't know. I feel like it's
What,
like almost like
being
the
God?
brain games and stuff.
Being God.
I see what you mean.
No, just like planning. Like I don't know. There's some.
No, it's
I feel like there's something to it.
stimulating for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I wish I cared, but like every time I pop
I
into
don't
those
care
games, I'm
about
like,
those
there's no explosions.
Yeah.
For me, I don't like those
Yeah.
games. I just don't care about the goings on of lesser creatures. You know,
I don't feel that way, but I get it.
at all. I just don't feel like why do I care about? You're not even a human. You're not even alive. If I hurt you, can't scream, and I can make you not scream. Like I just don't care. I know it sounds very sociopathic. It
Yeah,
might be.
yeah.
It might be,
Very
but I
much
just
so.
don't care. I just don't care about those creatures. I care about real people. Not much, but like more
All right.
than that.
All right, so before this becomes another Kanye,
I'm not even close.
He's about to hop on Twitter right now.
Adolf Hitler was Hitler made me laugh.
Adolf
my
Hitler
ass
is funny. That is
Yeah.
a funny name.
It works.
off. Adolf Hitler made my day. I was like, come on.
Oh, it's
dude.
Yitler?
Yeah, Hitler.
Yeah,
Adolf
Yitler.
Hitler is so
Yitler.
stupid.
That shit made me laugh pretty hard. I was
But yeah,
like,
he's
man.
like, I saw this one screenshot of just like 3 tweets in a row that would like that were insane. It was like from Trump and then Kanye and then it was like some other. It was like outrageous, and you're like, damn, it really was like the state of Twitter.
Yeah,
I think it's like Kanye saying "I love Hitler," and which is, by the way, I don't know. We're talking about this because it's notable, kind of, but like that is just what Twitter is. Like, it's not really that surprising, you know?
yeah,
Like, I think he thinks it's more shocking than it is.
yeah. So it's pretty clear that his because he already did his whole Hitler thing on Alex Jones. It was pretty.
That was way crazier.
Yeah.
He was live and he was wearing a mask. He was wearing some fucking weird NASCAR
and it was
jacket.
it was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. So shocking. This time, the only thing that was truly shocking was the length of his tirade. It went on for days,
on for 2 days.
for
yeah.
nonstop. So I was like, oh, he probably just took short naps in between.
He's on some too mad shit.
Yeah, it was like too
I
mad.
got too mad. It's not alive anymore.
Yeah, he's dead as shit. Yeah, fucking with Overwatch 2 fucking
He's
left
too-
open.
He's too dead.
You think he's still matchmaking?
Yeah, I think no one turned it off.
Leave it on. Leave it on.
The cops
Let's
don't
pay
leave it.
respect. Pay
Leave it
respect
on
to
him,
two man. Leave him in the queue.
Oh my god.
He got his account blocked so many times. Dude. You
Yeah.
got so many reports.
I know.
Jeez.
He's untraceable because there's so many accounts. You don't know which ones are real and which
What's
ones
a
have
what?
substance.
Yeah.
It's almost like the paradox of like if everybody on planet Earth got their information stolen, it would be as if nobody did because there would be so much information to sift through that it would be virtually pointless.
Yeah.
I want that to happen so bad. I want to see what people like. I want like people sitting next to you to get revealed, and this would be fucking hilarious.
Well, like
It's hilarious. People watching like fucking butterflies and shit like that.
that was my Discord, I think. Sorry.
They probably didn't hear that.
If it came through, because that bothers me. Like whenever, so I wanted to point it out. That was an error.
Yeah.
But I was having a conversation recently, I think like literally like 2 days ago, about whether like. So obviously Kanye's going crazy, and he's obviously like canceled. I hate that term because it doesn't mean anything.
He's not. I think
It barely
I think-
means
I
anything
think he's
anymore.
done himself in this time though. Actually,
I don't know. He's so rich already. Like who? It doesn't matter.
I think I
But-
think he's still rich enough to exist, but like I think he's probably not going to.
But so I was thinking about I was thinking about House of Cards and Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking about like, man, they kicked him off the show, and then the show tanked, and then everybody lost their jobs because the show failed because nobody wants to see that show if Kevin Spacey's not on it.
Right.
Do you feel so? Okay, follow me on this. Is it more ethical to fire him and then put all those people out of work than it is to be like, this guy fucked up? We're gonna keep doing the show, but every time we do a press tour for the show, we're gonna bully the shit out of him the entire time. And we're going to make it clear nobody likes working with him. And he's essentially a slave to the show. He has to work with a group of people who don't like him. He's going to be like permanently abused every time we have to do like a press cycle. Everybody beats up on him. And then the show can continue and then people can watch it. And then like those people can have sustained income and they don't have to lose their jobs.
Oh, cool. Well,
that is so.
I like the premise of that.
I think I like it too.
I see. This,
Oh, really?
See, you know what? I would have liked that for the Kevin Spacey situation, where because since it was such a blindsided thing.
Right.
At this point,
Not for Kanye, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kanye doesn't employ anybody. It doesn't affect him in that way.
oh yeah, like
I was just talking generally, like in the concept of
to me, it has to be the scenario has to be like a blindsided thing. If there's, say, for example, if somebody escaped, like say if Kevin Spacey escaped the his cancellation or whatever,
right,
and then House of Cards comes back, and then it turns out, you know, he gets exposed for doing something even worse. And so I would be like, all the people
worse?
then, let's say he not only did he, you know, make passes at a teenage boy or something.
Yeah, something like that.
He has like piles of teenage boy bodies in his basement or something, right? Like he collects their asses, like they're all the asses
He
are
collects
in
teenage boy
the
asses.
freezer. He has an ice box full of teenage butts.
Icebox is such a fucking
And so they find
Icebox
it.
is such a brutal way to say fridge.
So it's different though.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, come on.
Just a little, you know, we had an ice box, but it didn't have any teenage butts in it, you know. But
That shit was crazy. Like I remember seeing, because the Icebox is just a freezer that like
it's just like one of those free, you know, you see them in restaurants all the time, right?
It's a freezer like where you get ice cream from, like in the
Essentially.
markets.
that's not the definition of Icebox.
But it's like-
But that's what they are though, quite literally.
But is an Icebox the type of freezers that just like have ice around the edges?
Well, it's
You know what I'm talking about?
Basically, it's all encompassing now because it literally used to be an ice box, right?
I guess so. Yeah, it's like
it used to-
colloquialism.
Yeah, so you just boop, you need ice. It was an ice box, and then now it's a freezer that looks like a fucking chest, essentially.
Because I remember like my aunt in the Bronx, she had a fridge, and I was always fascinated by it because it was literally like the edges of the freezer were ice, and I was like, this is so cool.
Really,
This
was
is
it
sick.
just like iced over, or was it just?
I don't
'cause
know
that
if it was
doesn't make
iced
sense.
over.
It had been iced over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It didn't come with ice.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, maybe you install the ice after.
Yeah, I genuinely like I didn't understand what I was
You'll
seeing.
explain yourself out of it eventually.
How does a freezer get iced over though?
It just
Condensation, moisture, all that shit.
I have not done anything to my freezer at all.
I
And
know
there's
what you-
no ice in there.
Well,
you know
there's
what I mean?
I think it. Yeah, it just. I think that does happen. It just. It does build up that like type of frosty glacier shit. You can you can chip at it.
You can chip at it.
Yeah.
She must have had that fridge for like 50 centuries, because like I don't understand. It was so small.
Yeah.
It was so small. You could fit like very few things in there because so much of the freezer
because-
space was just ice.
She just never like unplugged it and dumped the fucking excess water.
I think
The moment she does that, it's more ice immediately. Plugs it back in.
Well, dude, even I look at it, I'm thinking like, damn, so unplug it, drain it of water, like.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
a hassle. What a hassle.
Whatever.
Just let it keep freezing.
You just
more.
let it support. You can just keep in like one box of Hot Pockets.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It literally was. You could fit maybe a tub of ice cream in there, and that was it.
very, very practical. Very worth the energy. That's
How did it get to that
That is
point?
fucking
Yeah, well, I'm
awesome.
Were they throwing? Was your aunt throwing water and then closing?
I'm exaggerating, obviously.
Yeah, but
Would you ever freeze bubbles?
Of course.
I'd blow bubbles into the freezer and close it, and the bubbles would freeze in the corner of the freezer.
Yeah, and then
I've
I'd
never
grab
done
them
it
and then
before,
I'd throw them at my parents, and then it would break in their eyes, and then they would send me to juvenile hall, and then I would
Yeah.
spend 5 to 10 years.
They would. Like they've done it more than once.
Yeah, it was a couple.
We did a lot of times. To
I
the
was
point
in
where
juvie
the
hall.
point where your dad started to suspect of whether you were Viet Cong or not. He's like,
Yeah,
"What's
yeah.
going on? This guy keeps
He's like, what the fuck is he? An
Chris woke up with
infiltrator?
a rifle in his mouth. He's like, you don't speak Vietnamese, do you?
Yeah. Are you COINTELPRO? Are you a double agent? Listen to me, boy.
COINTELPRO is wild. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Listen to me, boy.
What is this? I have something written here about a plane.
Yeah, another plane fell out the sky.
That can't be true.
Yeah, yesterday, one fell out the sky.
Fell out?
Hold on, man.
Someone
We didn't even
crashed.
finish Kanye. What are we doing?
Oh yeah,
Kanye.
sorry. I don't remember. Like,
There's many of the Kanye arcs. It's
The porn.
steep and far. Yeah, the amount of shit that he did post, because it was we were getting at it was clear that it seemed like he was trying to actually get booted off, but it was pretty obvious since it's Elon's thing, he's not going to do it.
Right, yeah.
And I think Kanye didn't understand that. because he started posting. He was saying the most egregious stuff ever. Like he did say one thing that
Didn't Elon unfollow him also?
probably I didn't know that.
I saw something that might not be. I don't know.
I didn't know that, but
all
to me, it would. If I were Elon, I would. Like, you could still just kind of, even though he's the one that brought him on, he literally texted him to come back on the platform.
Yeah.
Like Elon reached out to Kanye.
Hello, Kanye.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
can you please come back to X?
come on. You're a Nazi, and I would really love to have you on my platform.
I really love you guys.
I really love you guys. I mean, he's proved it. So
Yeah, evidently.
yeah. So yeah, he was doing. He put hardcore porn on. He said that one thing that was funny. He was saying, what was it like being? What he said, being fat is what did he say? It was is sexual assault because like when I see you, like I'm sexually assaulted or something. Did you see that tweet?
I did not. I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, you
I haven't been on Twitter. I just saw screenshots.
I have all of them actually.
Do you have all of them?
Yeah,
I have some of them.
I have all of them. In fact,
Let me see. I'm gonna
Yeah, read them out. Let's get a little
I sold all of them.
taste.
let's get a little book club going.
Let's go. A little book club.
Could you That is insane. That looks like code. that looks like someone programming. That's so much. Let me see. Let me read some of these.
Yeah. What the fuck's that sexual?
All white people are racist. Jewish people actually hate white people and use black people. I hate the way rappers dress. I hate rappers. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. I change my mind when I feel like it. I mean, fair. Elon stole my Nazi swag at the inauguration. Yo, my guy, get your own third rail. What does that mean?
Let me cut him real quick. This is what he said about. They said fat bitches are sex offenders. I see them and I'm sexually offended. Making lingerie for fat bitches is like giving knives to little kids. They gon' hurt somebody. If you find yourself in a fat bitch pussy, just remember it's because you're broke. And I'm like, dude,
that's like a tight five. That sounds like a bit. That's structured like stand up.
That's why I was like, what the hell? Why? Hitler was so fresh.
Let him cook.
He's the Fresh Prince of Berlin.
There's
The Fresh Prince of Austria.
I'm trying to find the one.
I guess that would be more accurate. I guess.
Where's his? Of course, another slavery is a choice. Remember when he was on?
Oh yeah, classic.
TMZ when he said that, and then one of the TMZ guys got like really fucking mad at him. So that was a while ago. That was probably like 2018.
No, that's more. That's
no. When he
before I
said
lived.
slavery is a choice, I think
that was before I moved to California.
I don't think that's
100%.
I don't
100%.
think that's true.
100%.
when he said slavery is a choice. I think it was on TMZ. I think that was because I think that was in.
If that was
2018.
before, it was like maybe weeks
2015.
before.
2015.
I don't think so.
Look it up.
It might be 2015, but like I'm saying that's not that much longer before you moved here.
15,
Like you're saying it like it was like 2012 or something.
So 6 years ago on TMZ.
Really? Are you
Yes.
sure?
Yes.
Oh, so
Because
2019.
I made a video about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I made a video about it.
Wait, real?
Yeah,
Wait,
when he was on TMZ for sure, because I remember making a video because I wasn't popping before you moved. You say you moved to in 15?
2016.
2016. Yeah, my channel hadn't popped yet. Like it was he went in. The first thing he said was something about one of his shows. He said he liked Trump in 2016.
Yeah,
that was his first sign of him being like, "What the fuck's going on?" And seeing all these people, I'm like, "What the fuck?" at his show.
Yeah,
and then
I do remember that. Yeah, it couldn't be earlier.
I guess
than
it's
2015.
18. I guess I'm wrong.
and he's just
I
like,
thought you did some fuckery before I moved out here.
"No."
He was always to be fair, he's always been doing fuckery.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing no Trump stuff because the Trump stuff didn't happen until
Yeah.
post 2016.
Yeah.
true.
The because I had a tweet from like 2009 where I was like, Kanye's a douche, and I just retweeted it.
What did Obama say?
Guy's a jackass.
What a dumb piece of shit. And I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
that's
why
what
would he say
said.
that? Why
He
would
said that
Obama
to
say
John
that?
McCain
What a jackass.
while they were debating?
John McCain, you are a dumb piece of shit. Hard R.
Anyway,
I have to say hard R because we're on the grandest of stages.
That was weird.
we're on the we're on the
Vietcong.
grandest of stages.
like-
This is Madison Square Garden.
This is bad. MSG, my
Obama versus McCain at Madison Square Garden would have gone hard.
That would have. Dude, what? Oh, God. I long for those. It's so fucked up that I long for those things. I long for even Romney when it was Obamney. when we were like, fuck these
yeah.
motherfuckers, because I saw Obama was like, yo, I want to give you guys some healthcare. Like, he was president. I'm like, cool. And he's like, I'm gonna just steal this nigga's plan, like from Romney's plan from Massachusetts. I was like, wait, what are we doing? Like, or Connecticut or whatever. And I was just like, dude, this isn't.
That's Massachusetts. You're right.
That's not what we fucking want. Was it Massachusetts? I thought it was Connecticut.
No, he was Massachusetts.
Okay,
I believe.
Forgive me. It's all the same. It's so
Yeah, who
similar to
cares?
me.
Yeah,
like in that region,
Connecticut and Massachusetts are the same.
it feels. I was like, whatever. There's some people are gonna get mad. I don't care. That's too.
The MDV and the tri-state are just so close to each other. It's like whatever, dude.
Yeah, like it might as well. Like I feel like Trump's going to make it all one fucking state at a certain point. He's like, this is all confusing. What the hell is a Delaware? Just mash it all together.
Oh, they'll never get rid of Delaware.
Why? Why you say that?
Delaware is like where. Like,
the tax haven.
Yeah, that's where everybody's business is registered.
Yeah, that is very true. When I was thinking about doing my thing, I hadn't done it. I'm still just a sole proprietor.
Yeah,
but
same.
I was just like, oh yeah, I've never stepped foot in Delaware, but let's do it. I hate rich people, man. It pisses me off so much. But I mean, at least regular people can kind of take advantage a little bit too.
Yeah.
At least there's that. At least they're not swatting us out like if we wanted to do that shit.
Sure.
But I just hate that like
it is fucking stupid.
It's stupid fucking loopholes.
Especially because Delaware really only exists for that reason. Like it's so small. Like what the fuck are you doing?
It's a city. It's a large city.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Kanye's crashing out as is typical.
He finally he left. He suspended his own account, or he deactivated it. So he left. He didn't get suspended because he did everything to try to get suspended. And he's like, all right, I guess I'm done. This was fun, guys. He paid for ad space on the Super Bowl, but regional. The same thing that happened with like RFK Jr., where he had a Super Bowl ad. Because I was like, why the fuck is RFK Jr. on a Super Bowl? Why are they bringing this shit on? And so his regional one was fucking. It actually was funny. Like,
what was it?
So it's just him, vertical. He's at the bottom of the screen, so there's this much space. And he's like, oh, well, so, I spent all my money on these teeth. So this is the ad. And he was like, he says, like 4 times. Go to Yeezy.com. And then that's it. And it's just like,
go
it's
to YouTube.com?
so easy. Go to Yeezy.com.
Oh.
You go there. You go there.
You click on it.
And then it's just shirts with swastikas.
Very small in the corner is a HH like 01 or HH1 or whatever. And it's just a shirt, a white tee with a fucking swastika on it. The funny thing is it's so small on the website too. It's like
that is so crazy.
He's just selling, and I think they're cheap. They're relatively cheap.
Oh.
Because no, but usually he sells this like he used to sell just plain white tees.
Oh yeah,
for
like
$900
or something.
And so like relatively
How cheap are they?
I mean, I literally thought about seeing if I could buy one. I didn't do it, but like it was so cheap that I was like, my friend sent it to me, sent me a screenshot of like it on Shopify or whatever, and I was like, I think it was like $20 or $30 or something like that, and I was like,
that's not cheap enough.
I mean, comparatively,
if it was like $10, I would have been all over it.
I mean, who sells shirts for 10? It's not even.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it would be like uncharacteristically cheap. That would be the point.
That's like losing.
But
money.
that's the price of like a good shirt.
Yeah.
What's
the like at cost if you're buying? That's like there's no profit. It's no profit. You're selling a shirt at $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's gonna do that?
Exactly.
Like me, like I sold like fine like tri-blend shirts for like $20, and I would profit like $3.
Yeah.
But I was doing it just because like I wasn't really trying to make money off of merch at that time when I was doing YouTube. It was just more of like I want people to wear my shit and see where it ends up.
Yeah.
And then I saw like even though I don't like Adam Carolla, there's like a picture of Adam Carolla with my stupid fucking like zombie merch, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Is that real?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, some fucking guy like was like, oh, like I ran into Adam Carolla. I don't fucking know where the fuck they were at, but like there's this guy with Adam Carolla, and I was like, that's so weird.
That's
like,
so weird.
I used to like Adam Carolla, but then he turned into like it's like Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla. They completely made a deal. Like we're gonna go complete parallel, like complete opposites.
It is interesting.
Yeah, because he's like all cry. What he would Jimmy Kimmel would cry every time like a mass shooting would happen or something. Which I'm like, you can't like. Sure, I have a hard time believing you're not hardened yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know how you couldn't be.
At this point, like, how are you still crying about that? Like, I don't want to say that it's not real because maybe he's just that much of a vagina. Maybe it's true. maybe. Damn, I try to keep a straight face. Damn it. Maybe it's true, but yeah. And then Adam Carolla was like, "Oh, I want this conservative show. I forgot what it's called. It's something, whatever. It's the gym teacher or something is like, I'm a.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember what it's
like
called.
Mr. Burcham.
So yeah, that's it.
I know it's not Ben Stiller. It's David
Stiller.
Spade. No, what's the name of the guy?
No, what do you?
He's Ben.
You're thinking
Stiller.
of I know exactly. You're thinking of oh my God, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is like worst show ever, and I was like, Rob Schneider, fucking kill yourself, die.
Rob Schneider.
I love that his daughter doesn't like him.
That's great. I mean, like it's. Yeah, she's an artist, of course. Like, you can't,
obviously,
you can't respect what he's doing.
Elle King.
Elle, yeah. Is it Elle or Ellie?
I don't know.
Oh, I just assumed it was Ellie.
You're kidding.
Yeah, we've had this conversation on the podcast.
Had a conversation, right?
We've definitely had this on. I just had a flashback. It hit me really hard. And then I'm like, we're not doing this again.
Yeah.
X's and O's.
Anyway.
That I.
It's a crazy weekend.
God damn it! I'm so exhausted by that. Just the easy. I am a loser, so I'm just going to pander to the right, and now I have clout. I'm so tired of that, dude.
They're all. There's a porn star I like that fucking turned into a right wing piece
There's
shit.
a porn star,
and I was like, come on, girl.
Your tits. You're popular. I don't understand.
Do you remember Mercedes Carrera?
Oh God, that was because she it was like abuse of her kid or something, or neglect or something,
crazy.
Right?
Who? Some porn star that I met a long time ago.
She was a porn star that was involved in like the culture war.
Yeah, she did like a thing with Milo, I think, or something.
I don't. Yeah,
not like a video, but like
Mercedes Carrera.
Mercedes Carrera was her name. She's like some older Latina.
Yeah, I never met her or anything, but I saw her like in like
I met her in
back when
person.
Google Hangouts. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I can't remember where or why. It was like a complete random happenstance. I was like, oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey,
yeah,
dumb bitch, what's up?
And then she went crazy and then got arrested.
You got arrested. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw her in a bunch of Google Hangouts, like back when Google Hangouts was a thing. And which I kind of missed because it was very easy to just like bring people onto your stream or your whatever you were doing. Like,
yeah, it really was.
Yeah, it made it a lot. It was so much easier.
Discord's kind of way more annoying.
It is
actually.
It's a lot more because you gotta go out of your way to like.
Because every time I think about like maybe having like, because I would love to have like to on stream have people come on, especially if they like disagree. Because I would love to not even just to debate necessarily, but it would be fun. Yeah, to just talk to fucking idiots. And
yeah.
I really did want to go on Tim Pool's show. Mm-hmm. But then just, I don't know, like eat a tub of ice cream the entire time. I felt like they wouldn't air it.
I do regret. They air everything actually. When Tim Pool.
No, but I would have like spit up on their microphone and all sorts of shit.
Oh well, yeah. I guess
I would have genuinely damaged their operation.
Yeah. So if it was, but then it's like, well, then why were you actually there? Just to tell the story because they're not going to show it.
Yeah, exactly. I would have like someone else filming or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
But
so that'd be cool. I kind of do regret not doing that because I think about it every once in a while. When he offered me to go on, that was when he didn't know that I hated him. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what he somehow I can't get over. I know I've said this before. There's probably a lot of new listeners since then. When I made a song, so he released a clip of a song that was so fucking cringe, and I said I'm gonna write. So this was on a Tuesday he released it, and then he said the song's dropping on Friday, and I said I'm gonna write, record, and release a song in 3 days that's gonna be better than that shit. So I did that, and it was going to have the same name called Only Ever Wanted. And
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I put it out, and then I said, just to like bait people in, to make sure, I was like, oh, this song's inspired by Tim, which is literally true. And it's like inspired. It's inspired, which if you're an artist, you write, you know what inspired means.
Right,
it's inspiration. It's not an homage. It doesn't mean it's a cover or whatever, but whatever. Tim Pool's dumbass fans thought it was a fucking cover. It's not even the same lyrics. It's not even remotely the same.
This is a great cover, dude.
It's swear,
so different.
I couldn't fucking believe it. It got to the point
he really
where
put his own unique twist on this cover.
Somebody sent it to a super chat to Tim on his dumbass podcast, and they said, "Hey, did you check out Derek's cover of your song?" And then Tim said, "Oh no, I heard that he did it, but I haven't listened to it yet. That's pretty cool." And he's like, "Yeah, we should get him on the show." And that's when he fucking followed me and DM'd me.
That's so funny.
And I was like, I can't fucking
believe
believe
so funny
this.
because that wasn't even that long ago.
That wasn't. That was like
That's
2
crazy.
years or something.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious.
And I was like, I can't fucking believe this. And I was debating with JoJo. I'm like, should I fucking do it, dude? Like, should I? But then I just thought, like, what is there a real point other than just being lampooning? Do I? But now in hindsight, I'm like, well, yeah, that would have been the only point, and that would have been funny. I guess at the time, maybe I just wasn't really feeling like.
Yeah.
I guess at the time I was just not in the right headspace to be like, oh, let's go fly to West Virginia and fuck with Tim. But now completely. I wish.
You're right.
Sorry, I'm laughing so much at the idea of you guys going there and just causing a fucking scene. It's so funny. Just like legitimately shitting in the middle of the fucking hallway.
You know what?
Like fucking throwing shit, pissing on the floor.
My thought was that like I would want to wear squibs. You know,
yeah, of course. That's insane. And do what? What would you execute it?
I never thought too deeply about it. I just thought the idea of just like pretending to get shot and having it look realistic.
So you get the
Tim's
gun
show.
app. And so you hear the gun sound. You know, there's the gun app.
Yeah.
Do you remember iGun?
Yes.
That's like that stupid app with the beer thing.
Yeah, the beer.
And the talking cat.
Classic fucking iPhone 3.
Have you ever done have you ever walked up to like a really old person with like the that app with the beer and drank it and then watched them have a fucking cardiac arrest episode?
No, like they fall back and shoot blood out of their ears.
Yeah, they fall back, shoot blood out of their ears, cry semen.
They fall back, they hit the ground, they're babies. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, they can't. It's crazy.
They
really
restarted.
They really can't comprehend it.
Yeah,
it blows their mind.
Old people are funny in that way.
Yeah,
there's like I always call back to where when my mom and her partner saw me playing Resident Evil 5, and they were so like,
it looks so real.
Yeah, and I think about that so often about just. No, it doesn't. It looks good,
you're playing fucking Vib Ribbon, and they're like, "How are they doing this?"
Resident Evil 5 is such a fond memory for me because
it just got ESRB rated.
For real?
There's an ESRB rating.
I'm so excited.
I think in some other region, but generally, like if something gets ESRB rated, it's like it's a pretty clear indication that it's coming. In some way. I don't know if it's a remake. I actually think it might just be a port. But
a port to what?
What do you mean?
It's already ported everywhere.
Oh, is
5?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
really?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, where's it not on?
I guess I don't know. I just kind of assumed it was stuck on 360 and PS3.
Oh no, I played the shit out of Resident Evil 5 Gold, the Gold Edition on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I guess it's a remake.
The only bad thing is the sometimes I feel stupid.
Feels a little soon though. When was Resident Evil 4 remake?
Oh no, it's not soon if it comes out 2026.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, no, what ESRB.
Oh, you think it's gonna come on fall?
ESRB tends to be a lot closer. There's very few games that like have an ESRB rating, and it's like a long time before they come out.
Okay,
it's usually like the last step before like a game gets certified.
I was thinking,
that might be.
I was
spring.
thinking, wow, that you're thinking.
I mean, if
I was thinking
ESRB
first quarter
rated.
of 2026, but I'm going off of your knowledge, so that would make me
probably winter.
So
yeah,
I can look. Stop.
It's not perfect.
We have to stream that game, actually.
Sometimes things fuck up.
But more times
like
than
Hollow Knight got ESRB rated, and that's still fucking gone.
Dog. I have a friend that
That's an anomaly.
That's an anomaly. That works on Silksong. That game is done. Silksong has.
We had this exact conversation.
Yes, we did, and I still
crazy.
want more information on. So if it is done, why? What's going on? So that's the information.
Someone's dick is getting sucked. Fuck it. There's some sort of. They probably lost the rights to Hollow Knight. Could you imagine in that time? They don't have the rights anymore. Like we don't have the rights.
Because someone got their dick sucked.
He was getting his dick sucked, and then he signed over the
rights to the person. And they were like,
"Oh, this feels so good. Here's the rights to Hollow Knight." That is fucking crazy.
It's like, I don't.
Imagine you spend 6 years working on something and then you get your dick sucked and handed over to some fucking lady.
I know exactly what
happened. And the girl just like, I don't know what to do.
This is what happened. He got a prostitute. This is exactly what happened. He got a prostitute, and like he was like they obviously everything's done with condoms and stuff.
Of course.
And he's like she's going to town on him, and she was like, hey, for this much more, you can take the condom off and you could bust in my mouth. And he was like, he didn't have any money. He was like, here's Hollow Knight. Here's Silksong.
He writes it so fast.
It looks like a fucking hostage note because it's so quick. He wrote it so fast.
Here's the rights to Silk Song. And then immediately he's like, fuck. What have I done?
Post-nut clarity.
Post-nut is immediately.
He's like laying there more gaunt, just...
Thanks for the rights to Hollow Knight. I don't know how to do anything with this.
I don't know.
though.
I guess I'll ask the computer about this.
Yeah.
I'll ask Siri. What should I do?
And Siri's like, it just gives her like, I don't know, fucking Bill Cosby stand up or something because it's fucking useless. And so she's like, I guess I just won't do anything with it. And she
Spanish,
puts it in a
why?
file cabinet and it's just sitting there.
It's just sitting there, dude, and he
and
can't do anything about
They can't
it.
legally do anything about it.
And like everyone, the team is like, hey, what's going on? He won't tell
He
them.
can't tell. It's so embarrassing. It would ruin everyone's lives. It's just like, guys, brand new announcement. We're restarting Silk Song. We're calling it Empty
Milk
Soldier.
Song.
Empty soul.
We're calling it Empty Soldier Thread Tune.
Thread
Tune.
Thread Tune. I love that.
Full wizard.
And
Empty
everybody's
Soldier Thread Tune.
Empty Soldier Thread Tune. And everybody's like, why? And then they're like, just trust us.
It has to be this way.
It's just how it has to be. It'll be another 6 years.
Look, man. I mean, look, I feel like we're not that far off.
Yeah.
Because what's the deal?
But yeah.
You have a lot of insider information. What do you think could possibly make something like say if going off the information he has, the game is done? Do you have any theory craft?
I genuinely have no fucking idea. My assumption maybe is that like there's like maybe a feature creep thing, or like maybe they're just like it's good, but like everybody's it's almost like the hype has been built up so much that like what they have is good, but they feel like maybe it won't be good enough. So like maybe they're adding shit to it, or maybe they're like fucking polishing every fucking inch of it. It's an anomaly. I have no. It's insane that it's taken this long after the SRB rating. It's weird.
Do you think that's what's going on with Assassin's Creed Shadows? Like it's like done, but like they're all shit in their
I think
pants?
so. My assumption is that Assassin's Creed Shadows is just not exactly where they would need it to be, and they can't fuck up Assassin's Creed. Like it's especially now after like the Star Wars game that they working on failed, after like the fact that there's like Ubisoft is going through a bunch of weird shit internally. They're like, Assassin's Creed needs to hit. And of course it won't.
I feel kind of bad because I'm confident that the game's going to be like solid.
Yeah. It's not gonna
However,
matter.
I'm seeing people who have no skin in the culture war game shit saying like, well, they're playing it and they're like, it just doesn't feel like as good as something like Ghosts. And the problem is that sucks because again, I think that's a little bit unfair only because of course it's going to happen with other Souls-like games.
Sure,
but also I'm like, that's not necessarily how you should really grade it. Meaning like say, cause nothing's going to be Dark Souls or nothing's going to be Elden Ring. So if like say, what's that fucking
Lies of Penis?
yeah, Lies of
Lies of Penis.
You're like Lies of Penis. You're going to be like, it's a soul, but you're not necessarily being like, oh, you're grading it on, is it as fun as Dark Souls or something, right? Like what
are you fucking doing?
He's proud of himself. He's proud of Lies of Penis.
That is insane.
Which is, why is that? I don't even know why it's never came up in my brain before.
Last night, but like also this is fucking making me giddy, the idea of thinking of Lies of Penis being that game's name for real. Is this Lies of P? We don't know what the P stands for. We don't know what the P stands
Oh, like
for.
they like to them it's Lies of Penis, but like it's their little secret. Like they'll never know.
They'll never know. They think it's something
think it's
more obvious.
Pinocchio.
They
Pinocchio.
think it's something obvious. But
It's penis.
In fact, if you look at the overhead of the map, it's a big dick.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's the type of like real like sub shit that I would love.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, that sounded fake. The video essayist sounded like he was spitting bullshit, but it was real.
Or like all the enemies, or like every sound effect is actually just like
Erection.
a remix of cum hitting a picture of their ex-wife.
Oh my god, they actually they got real foley of that shit.
Yeah, they got real Foley, and then they just remixed it. They just tweaked it. You know how people
They're like, one more Jake.
you You know, people take spoons and they like hit a fucking can and then they turn it into fucking songs.
Yeah.
Why not? Why couldn't you turn like this out of cum loosely splatting on a
Loosely
fucking image
splatting.
and turn it into a gunshot or like a sword swish?
So, do you know that there is there is the this is so stupid. Therefore lies a penis.
Yeah.
But yeah, Assassin's Creed is fucked, unfortunately.
Shut up, penis.
There's
There's an issue with that game too that apparently like
I don't know.
apparently the parts of it, so it's split in half. There's like two campaigns. It's like the samurai and then the ninja.
Oh, it's not interwoven?
They're interwoven,
I think they,
but like
they might be.
Is it like Resident Evil 6 where there's like
Point by
different
point.
campaigns,
Yeah.
but they also kind of
Maybe.
intertwine?
My assumption
I
based
think
on
it's point by point.
I thought it was you pick one and you play it. But like I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've consumed very minimal.
Yeah, I'm trying to just stay completely away from it so I can have an objective like feel.
Yeah. So like I'm looking at it. I'm like, and apparently from what I've heard, it's like the ninja stuff is great, but then like having to play as a samurai sucks.
Really?
Which is unfortunate because it's Yasuke. So it's like I'm sure people are gonna be like, man, the black guy sucks, but it sucks because he's heavy, and like you can't do what you would typically do in an Assassin's Creed game with him, and you're a lot more limited, and so that's kind of like frustrating.
That's
and I could see
interesting.
that being a problem actually.
That's interesting. But like it probably won't be much of an issue for me since I've played like all of them.
Sure.
And say like even though I didn't like the mechanics of Valhalla, like the gameplay itself was fine. That wasn't the problem. Like say like the combat and shit. But I haven't felt like an assassin in a long time. Is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Even Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, I've not felt like an assassin.
But that's
so.
the thing. I think like
So now that you
particularly
have an
does.
assassin, I think like to me, I would be like, oh, it's cool that I have an assassin. If I have another character, I don't want them to feel like an assassin, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm like, why would I want the same thing in two characters?
I guess to me it would be like you're right, but it's also kind of like the God of War thing, where it's just like either Atreus lands or he doesn't. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, maybe this I don't know if this lands, but
it's kind of the reverse issue in that thing. Like it's the same thing,
Yeah,
but it's
it's
just
the exact opposite,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just the opposite. That's funny.
it is funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's so many. Like I'm looking at Kingdom Come Deliverance right now. Kingdom Come.
Oh,
what is it?
2?
KCD 2.
Avowed comes out this Friday.
What?
Avowed comes out this Friday.
No, it doesn't really.
It's this.
Oh, I don't have time for Kingdom Come then.
Oh yeah, it is in February. Yeah, that's right.
Almost this Friday.
I've been hearing really good things about it.
I still have not. I have had Kingdom Come for a million years, and I still haven't picked it up yet.
I know.
I'm just like,
Apparently the second one's way better though. Like so, it's like
so maybe just go to the second
maybe
one.
just go to the second one.
Yeah, I won't. It's
But it's also like a very specific game too. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, this might be like I have to be in the mood for this. I don't know.
I'm a little. I saw some pretty cool footage of like a village beating the shit out of one thief that was like a bandit that was antagonizing you, and like he's antagonizing, and then a whole village comes and starts beating the shit out of him. I was like, what's happening? That's kind of cool. Yeah. So that game looks fun. I
finished. Oh, you know what I finished the other day for the first time? I finished Animusha.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
How'd
I
you
was
like
like,
it?
because I realized they announced the new shit, and I was like, I should play it because I owned the PS4 one ages ago. I played it for 4 minutes, and I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Dude, if I don't feel like if I'm not like grabbed immediately, I'm off to something else.
You fucking like just got some fucking. You just like absorbed some orbs. And I'm good. I'm good.
No, you know what it was? The camera switching.
Oh,
When I was
fucking-
playing it, I was like, I'm not about this right now. Like I had like my tolerance was specifically low at that moment.
Fair.
For the camera, this fixed camera.
Fair.
And now I'm like, oh well, they're gonna continue it. I guess I might as well. Also, yeah, there was no future prospects for that IP, so I was like, what the fuck am I gonna get invested in this for?
I feel that.
Fair.
But I played it, and it was like, yeah, that's a short game, which is great. I love that it's short.
Love that game.
It's ridiculous. Also, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Dude, fucking my favorite thing is
The voice acting's hilarious.
It's great. Hideyoshi, who's a really important character in feudal Japan, is basically like a fucking monkey in that. Like
Who's he?
He's the guy. Like he's like Oda Nobunaga's like second in command in that.
Oh, is he like
He's
the little Weasley guy?
Yeah, and he grabs the kid. And I'm like, he's really important, and he's like now just some monkey henchman guy.
He's like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He's like, you'll never stop Nobunaga.
Yeah, it's
I'm
so...
gonna steal this child.
It's so funny. I was like, that's great.
But I liked it. I got irritated a couple times because like there's checkpoints where I'm just like they're unskippable cutscenes where I'm like, brother, I don't need to see the setup of this every single time.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good.
I love that game.
That's dope.
I can't like. So I'm assuming. So they announced the second one is gonna drop.
Yeah, the second one's gonna.
So-
the third one will be interesting.
Yeah, the second one, I don't personally. I don't care about the second one because it has nothing to do with Samnosuke, and apparently the new ones. So I was wrong when I first.
Is the new one Samanosuke?
No. So when I so here's the thing. I almost feel like there might be some subversion because when I looked at him, I was like, that looks like him. It looks like him to me, but. The only thing I was thinking of, so when the Akachis got fucked in the feudal Japan, Samnosuke, he fled and changed his name.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So something like I forgot. It doesn't.
Yeah,
whatever.
What's funny about like the first animation is like it ends with like that slide. It's almost like an Obsidian game where like it ends with like a slide.
Oh, right.
Of like where it tells you like this is what you did and what happened to all the characters.
Yeah.
And they kind of like I don't know if they just had no confidence that that the series would continue, but they're just like. This character went on to live for this long, and then she died. and I remember being like, "What the fuck?" And then, like, this character died in a war. Like, that's a literal line from the game. It's like this, like, whatever first name here died in a war. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like they just gave him.
Yeah, they gave up.
All right, yeah, this one died in a war. This one's
gay.
You beat me to it. Yeah,
it's. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the second one.
Yeah,
especially if it's that digestible. I liked how short it was. There's an achievement in it for like beating it under 3 hours or something. Which with those unskippable cutscenes is impossible. I don't.
There is for 3 hours.
Oh, whoops!
I didn't know it was that short.
Yeah, well, I guess you can. Like,
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
I maxed out everything. But it took me like 7 or 8, 9 hours, something like that.
I used to speed run it actually, and then I think I actually mentioned this on the podcast that the last time I speed ran it, I had a brain fart, and the part where the water's filling up. And you do have to do a puzzle.
The puzzle, yeah.
I just brain farted and lost, and I was like, I never played it again until it got on Steam.
That's insane.
Because it was just,
You ever play Animation?
Yes, I played 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, 2?
Oh, you never played 3?
Never played 3.
Oh my god.
3 was the one I heard everybody didn't want to play. That's what everybody talked about. Like, no, people didn't like it, and I would say, I guess.
Who said that?
This is also like the early 2000s. It's like 2005, really.
I think it came out in 4. I think it came out in 4,
right?
I think 3 came out in 4.
I played them when I was definitely no older than like 10.
Mm-hmm. People didn't
I didn't finish them, but I played
People
them.
didn't like the French dude. That's like a black sheep, that game.
He had the coolest fucking weapon.
That game is like DMC.
He had fucking
right?
Ivy's fucking sword whip. Like, what the fuck? How do you not like that?
I don't know.
I guess they just didn't like John Reno. They probably didn't know who he was.
Yeah, they were like, who the fuck is this guy?
Like me, I was like, dude, I know fucking John Reno. He's like he was a French superstar actor. And so that's why it's funny that they even put him in there.
Yeah.
It is funny
like, I promise you, nobody in 2004 who was really into PS2 Japanese samurai games knew who the fuck that guy was.
Except for you.
I was probably a very small, like, man, like, because I like to read. Like I was very in tune with, like, say, the things that I was involved in or things that I really liked. I would try to gather as much information as possible to see like who's what and what's involved. Like say when Tekken 3 came out, and then when they showed, it was before we even got our hands on it, they were showing, oh, here's Eddie Gordo, here's his background, here's who he's inspired by, and I was like, oh, I can't wait. And then yeah, he was a fucking hit. But I guess people didn't like the French guy, probably also because he's kind of he's traditionally ugly too.
Yeah.
So I
really?
think he looks very French, right? Like when you look at him, you're like,
It's like a bulldog.
kind of actually, and but I've
never seen this man's face. I have no idea.
He just, if you look at him, you're like, oh, this guy is. You have two choices. He's either extremely French or he's extremely Russian. Like there's no in between.
Oh,
like he has like a face where he's like he's from one of these two regions. He could be Slavic. He could be like Slavic parents actually that were born in France.
He looks like if a brow could walk around.
Yeah, he was actually. Do you remember?
Oh my god!
Did you ever see that
insane.
stupid movie called
Schindler's List?
Yeah, that
a
stupid
stupid
movie. Really
fucking movie.
stupid movie.
Yeah, Boy in Striped Pajamas, fucking dumb film.
No, it was called
Boy in
something
the
like.
Striped Pajamas was the Harold the Crayon sequel.
Fuck.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I also thought there was
You're
something.
lying.
Not that it was Harold the Purple Crayon, but like when I first heard the Boy in the Striped Pajamas, I thought like it was probably like a whimsical, dumb little story. I don't
And
want
you get mad at me for Schindler's List thinking the same thing.
Schindler's List is not fucking.
I thought it
Boy
was
in the
like
Striped
50
Pajamas.
First X's or like fucking the little black book.
We've explained this. The popularity of those two things are not even close.
You lying bitch.
I swear on my life.
I
went
believe
to
this, actually.
I went to a girl's house and I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Anyway,
Couples Retreat. You guys aware of that movie at all?
no.
It was a movie with Vince Vaughn.
And Mila Kunis? She shows her tits in it, right?
No, that's a different one. That's Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
And you do see it. You see a
shows her
Polaroid.
tits.
You see a Polaroid of her tits.
Heavies.
Oh.
Like it's a yeah. So it's
I didn't see them in 60 frames.
yeah. It's a yeah. This guy has like he owns a bar and then all these bitches that flash. He has all of the like he has like all these trophies right
In a bathroom,
in his
yeah.
bathroom and then what's his face grabs them. He gets the shit kicked out of him and
Such scumbag behavior.
It
that,
is.
Like,
It's-
that, like back then was like treated as cool. It is so funny.
it's completely disgusting. The fact that like he has that and then
It's like those like Revenge of the Nerds type movies where like, look, we're peeping on women.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Or the one I saw.
Porky's.
I saw the. Is that Porky's?
Porky's where he has the there's the hole in the shower.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like the one dude sticks his dick through it, and then the
That's
fucking
crazy.
I think the teacher, one of those bitches, like the bigger bitch, the girls are all like, "Oh, what's going on?" They're like laughing and stuff, and then that bitch grabs his dick like one of the authority ladies, and he's like, "Oh," and then it just goes on for way too long.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh,
I forgot it was one of the Revenge of the Nerd movies where where he dresses up like where he dresses up. It was like Darth Vader, and it's like I'm supposed to be the girl's boyfriend, and then he fucks her, and it's like, oh my God, it was you, and it's like,
oh, there was a switcheroo."
Oh yeah, it's like literally rape.
and it's like this is like not okay.
That's amazing.
It's kind of
This is
it's
like
interesting.
really not okay.
It's an interesting time.
Yeah, back
The
Yeah.
80s were crazy, man.
the
they
amount of
were
stuff.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy,
Absolutely.
dude. Man, it's fucking wild.
That was the craziest shit. Like I don't know, like the whole peeping. It's just like, look, teenage boys are gonna be fucking weird,
Yeah,
but like literally raping people.
that's insane.
That is fucking insane.
that actually is very.
Oh my
insane.
God, dude! Everyone's like, you go home, your friends are like, "Yeah, high five!"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I
Yeah.
just fucked someone without telling them who I was.
I know that they're yeah.
Like I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't in high school looking down shirts and shit. You know,
Well,
absolutely.
yeah, as a like
I
I,
wasn't-
I
I don't think I
remember
was
vividly.
I think I stared, but I glanced.
Oh, no, I definitely-
and I made a
definitely-
mental note. I was like, that's pretty
I
good.
definitely gawked at tits, but I wasn't like looking down people's shirts like that. I was never just like staring.
You
at
couldn't
them.
help something.
If it was there, if it was there,
they would lean over you.
Giant,
Dude,
yeah.
I
You
remember
also,
I
yeah.
remember vividly one time in high school. There's this girl like I imagine she must have gotten sent home because she had on a white t-shirt that was like she had a white tee that was kind of see-through, but she had a bra that did it was I don't know ladies, what is this bra that only like covers the bottom of your tits essentially. It
It
was
was
like
like an undercup.
it was
thing.
like propping them up, but like it did not cover her breasts. So I was like, I can see her fucking nipples, and I'm like, I was so like, it was like, yeah, it was. It's one of those things where you almost feel like, should I like I almost feel like I'm in trouble, you know, like because I'm
For
like
noticing,
yeah,
yeah.
and I'm like, bro, this is.
Did anyone else tell you? He goes for like Igor from fucking what
There-
you call it?
Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice you from across the room.
My name's Derek. I like metal.
I
I
like
also
metal.
hate organized religion. Nice to meet
I ain't
you.
organized religion. I like metal. Did you know about this UFC guy?
You know,
Strickland's pussy ass bitch.
Oh.
Fuck him. Oh my God, he made me so mad he won.
What are you talking about?
Oh, dude.
Sean Strickland is a guy in the UFC who, long story short, a
sucks.
culture war pussy. He's another one of those people that realize I can get really popular by pretending to be like, oh, I'm all. So he used to be, he's a renowned racist. He used to be a white supremacist as a teenager.
Uh-huh.
And so he grew out of it. His dad raped him and beat the fuck out of him back in the day.
Oh, so sad.
So he the people people have made
That
fun.
wasn't me.
So
That wasn't
people
me.
have made fun of him because like he was such a loudmouth piece of shit and being like, "Oh, you're a crybaby pussy," and he cried on a Theo Von's podcast talking about his trauma.
Of all places.
Exactly. So everyone's like, why are you fucking throwing stones in your fucking glass house, you fucking retard?" It was one of those things. But
Right,
anyway,
yeah.
he started leaning into trans people aren't real. He's like, oh, you would care if your son was gay. like to a reporter, and he's like, "Yeah, I would have no problem with that." Well, you're not a fucking man, dude. He puts on this WWE like wrestler voice, and back in the day, he used to have long hair, groomed eyebrows, and hairless, and used to be called Tarzan. Now shaved head. Yeah, man, America, women should belong in the kitchen. He's like one of those people.
Right.
The only problem is there's a lot of retards that don't know that it's a gimmick. Unlike a guy named Colby Covington, everyone understood it was a gimmick, but they still liked him anyway. This guy, a lot of them are too stupid to figure that it's a gimmick because they're just stupid. And also of them, they're new fans and they've never seen him before. Long story short, he got the piss beat out of him over the weekend. He got his nose fucking busted. He fought like a complete pussy. And it was just such a relief because I couldn't take any more, MAGA dubs. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, because UFC is already a MAGA convention now. It's been completely co-opted.
Izzy fucking comments on fucking retweet dude's post. And I tweeted, I was like, dude, he's been cooked for a long time.
Andrew Tate. Yeah, Andrew Tate says something nice about Izzy. Because he's like, he's lost a few times now, and then long
because he's washed.
He's
like I said, and Derek got mad at me for saying it. I was like,
well,
he's
not washed. He's just not like washing is different. Like when he fought Imavov the first round, he won that round. He looked really good.
Yeah,
he's just not evolving. That's not what washed means.
I think if he's no longer. But wash might be the wrong phrase. Wash is just to be rude and be mean.
Well, it's just like incorrect. If some of my favorite fighters, when they're washed, but he's just not washed.
I think Izzy's no longer going to be dominant in UFC.
Well, he's just.
I don't think he has the space.
He didn't evolve. He didn't evolve. He was the champion and lapped the division twice as champion, and then people caught up to him. They were like, It got to the point where coaches were just training how to beat Adesanya. Like, even before they even were going to fight him. So then they figured him out, and his biggest disadvantage was Adesanya gained a lot of weight because people were getting beefier. People were getting like.
Oh yeah, I remember when he wrestled up. He wrestled up against what's his name? I forgot his name, and he lost.
And he was his main advantage was being elusive. He gained extra weight, even like he's less elusive. People figured it out. It just happens, but like. Yeah, fuck Sean Strickland. I'm glad he lost, and it's always great, at least in this fucking stupid world where...
Yeah, the clown world.
Yeah, in this clown world, at least there's that one thing we got. We got that one thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to the questions. Remember, you can go over to patreon.com.
We didn't do questions, yeah. Let's get to another question. It's like, we didn't do
any. You said that?
We didn't do any.
You got fucking brain, bro.
Dude, I'm tired as fuck, dude.
Why?
I was trying.
I'm not really that. I don't care.
He was up, not respecting that he has to work in the morning.
Hey, dude, I made it, man. I made it. I'm here. I'm here. I'm active.
You made it. You did make it, but
I'm here. I'm active, bro. Let's get it done. Let's get the shit done, man.
Anyway, Patreon.com/Snark Tank. Go over there for I don't know, things.
$1.
$1. What does that do?
Early access and ad free, because there's a lot of people on Spotify. Comes with it hard with the ads.
Yeah, Spotify goes with it hard.
If you have,
is it $1 that does that?
It's $1. $1 gets.
I don't know. It's some amount of money. It's some amount of money that does it.
Early access and ad free, because if a lot of y'all are like, damn, these ads are coming in like crazy. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And then at $5,
$5.
Ask them questions.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yes. And $5 for the question.
And you get the video.
It might be $5.
You get the video early too. So if you want to be one of the first people to comment on the video, you can do that too.
What's that from?
Where is that from?
Where's that from?
My house.
No, it isn't.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. You made that and then you bought a styrofoam fucking cover.
That is so insane.
That's so
Oh my god.
That would be so fucking stupid.
He just buying.
Seriously, where'd you get that?
I don't know. Lily bought this morning.
What?
Oh, she just brought it for you?
Yeah, she was out earlier and she went and got it.
Oh, weird.
When they went to the freaking market.
Okay.
Oh.
Ask a question over there, and we'll answer it maybe. If it's good. Phantom Rosewood 2, Divine Swindle of Chaos wrote in.
It's a fucking title right there. Holy shit.
That's a fake game I made up for some ad that I did a long time ago. He wrote in, he says, hello, my beautiful baby boys. I'm currently a PC gamer, but I don't know if I can wait until...
P2C gamer? I'm so mad that I can't eat eggs anymore. Go ahead.
Hello, my beautiful babies. I'm currently a PC gamer. I don't know if I can wait until GTA 6 is released on PC. Are there enough PlayStation exclusives to justify to make buying a PS5 for GTA 6 day one worth it? No. Well, here's the thing too. When GTA 5 comes out for PS5, it's not going to be the best version. Obviously, but like immediately, there's no way that game's gonna be 60 frames. So
We said you can't wait for
GTA 6.
Don't you think GTA 6 is gonna release on day one on Steam? It would be stupid at this point.
yeah, just upgrade your PC. Like actually, sincerely, there's really I like consoles. I will probably continue to get a PlayStation just because like I like the simplicity of it.
It's also
But-
kind of you're involved in that.
No, but even if I wasn't, I think I might.
Oh, I
you know
see.
what I mean?
Okay.
Because I like the living room experience, and I've. You could plug in a PC in your living room. Fuck you. I've done this before. It sucks. It's a terrible experience. The fucking keyboard and mouse on your lap. It's disgusting. It doesn't work.
I started playing games on PC, and I'm never going back to playing on console again for like things I care about competitively.
Competitively?
Yeah, never.
How often does that even fucking happen?
That's true. Because I started playing Destiny on PC. I tried to get used to it, and now I'm like, I can't believe I played it on console. It's insane. Like,
I've gone back and forth.
Mouse and keyboard is insane. It's like I cannot believe I ever played shooting games on a controller.
Well, yeah,
It's
if
insane.
competitively,
It's insane.
I understand.
It's like a night and day experience.
Well, it's just the control of your hand versus the thumb.
it's more control.
It's
That's it.
infinitely more.
You
control.
also don't play. You play the claw, which is a different experience. It still feels clunky, but it's like a different experience for me.
I have never switched to mouse and keyboard. And even if I've played, I remember playing like for 40 hours mouse and keyboard, like this shooter that I was playing. I was like, and I switched to controller. I never played it on controller. I went from like mouse and keyboard to controller, and I was immediately better. And I was just like, this is clearly just not.
Well, let's put it this way.
It's not for me.
You're more used to it.
Let's put it
I'm
this
just
way.
better at accounting for the. I just know how to account for like the lack of for some of the drawbacks of a controller to the point where it's just like it barely is not there for me.
To me, I would say it's akin to I play the guitar mostly with my fingernail. And
Yeah.
I'm extremely used to, that's why actually if you look at my nails, this is the only one nail that I actually have. So like I'll trim my nails and always have a little bit for like to have a pick. The thing is though, for efficiency, I don't play better with a pick. But if I practiced, and I would be better with a pick if I actually took it seriously. But I'm so comfortable with playing this way, I refuse to just join everybody else because there is so much more. It makes much more sense than my fingernail.
Yeah. See, I'm anxious about nails on guitar.
Yeah?
I always feel like I'm gonna rip them off somehow.
It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened. But it does, so it files it down, and at a certain point, you'll start getting caught. So like me, when I'm like doing some fast riffs, it's getting filed, and it starts making a little like...
Ooh, so it slips in and...
It'll start kind of like catching. So it's really... stupid.
I'm
really
cringe. That's like a nails in the chalkboard.
It doesn't do that. It's like if you've ever had a filer, it's like it's literally like filing. It's not like there's no ripping. It's
I've
just
actually had
you'll
my
see the
toenail ripped out
fucking
before, so I'm
you'll
over
see
that.
you see the residue on my guitar because
Has it
it's
ever happened to you?
filing. My strings are
Has
filing.
that ever happened to you guys? You never had like one of your toenails ripped out or anything like that? Or
Hell
something
no.
like that?
Well, yeah, in a
entirely?
fight.
I had my whole toenail out, like it came out.
I've never had.
Yeah, this
that.
got ripped off in a fight.
I've had, like-
it grows back weird now.
I've had like a cut in the nail that like where you can like rip it and it goes like too deep in. But I've never had like
My
a
whole
fucking
thing was
nail.
out.
Why the fuck did you do that?
I think I was playing basketball or something like that, and I fucked up my foot. Then I was bleeding, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I looked, and my nail was in my sock, and I was like, "Yo." Dude, it was so much blood. It was way more blood than I thought it was gonna be. Because I was like, "Oh, I think I got shot in the foot, I guess," or something like that. And my friend was like, "Yo,
That
you
is
take
a-
off your shoe," and I was like, "All right."
That is a
I had a red in shoe. That it was like a white shoe initially.
Yeah.
And then it was completely red.
And you kept going, right?
But so
yeah, of
here's-
course, I'm not a bitch.
So here's my
It hurt like
recommendation.
a motherfucker though. I should have stopped.
Here's my recommendation. If you don't have a problem with like playing on PC and that's like the main way you play and you don't have like an aversion to it like me, just stick to PC. Upgrade your PC. It's going to be way better for GTA 6 when that comes out because that's going to be a demanding fucking game. I
Also, way
promise you.
cheaper. Way cheaper.
What do you mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Second PC? Well, depends what you have.
Well, you mean like upgrading? Oh, yeah. It's it's gonna be. It's
Yeah.
If you want a PS5, a PS5 Pro, probably not. But if you just want to get a PS5, it'll be cheaper than buying the best graphics card for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would just say upgrade your PC. GTA 6 is going to come to it. It's going to be the best place to play it. Or actually, I see what you're saying because it's not.
Get a 4090.
I see what he's saying because
What are you saying?
it might take a while for that game to come out on PC.
You think so?
Yeah,
I
because I don't think it's announced for PC, and I think specifically they're avoiding it because like Red Dead and like GTA 5 have been modded so much. Not modded so much, but like the source code was leaked, so they're like fuck. I see what you're saying, but I would still just wait. I don't know.
Okay, I thought that they were.
It's not day and date, or it's not confirmed to be day and date, and there's reason to believe that it might not be.
Okay, I thought it was going to be different.
Yeah, if it was coming later this year, it would be obvious.
I'd assume
Interesting.
What?
they come out at the same time. That's my assumption.
No, it's not-
I
it's-
assumed
it's not
this
happening
time
this time.
around. I thought this time around they would be different because it hasn't been like that historically.
As far as I know,
Really?
No.
Yeah, it's never-
Red Dead 2 was fucking came out
years later.
Yeah, it that's how they
like recently, relatively, like, compared to the original.
I was
Red
just
Dead.
thinking this time around, this is such a big fucking drop that they would. It's more me just being. It was hopeful, I guess, just ignorant.
Yeah, I mean that could be. I still, again, we don't know much about what's happening, but
most
like I
likely,
have,
it's
for
what-
some reason, I have it in my head that I know that it's not going to be.
It's
I don't know where I heard
That's
that,
most
but
likely. That is actually a
Lily's so
reasonable thing
excited
to
for
say.
that game. It's crazy.
It's gonna be big, man.
She's so excited for that game, and I'm like, girl.
But I will say, so I would still stick with PC anyway because listen, PlayStation games are coming to PC, Xbox games are already on PC.
Yeah.
It's really like you don't really need to be anywhere else but PC.
Tell you
I
what.
just hate the experience of sitting at my fucking desk and playing a video game. It's disgusting to me.
Yeah, and the way look, if the way that you're set up, yeah, like if somebody else is set up and like it just depends.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just totally depends. I will say it depend if dude doesn't want to wait a little bit. If it seems like it's gonna be a fucking ridiculous ass wait, then maybe you want to cave. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you want to cave a little bit because, like, say, if they're like, yeah, we'll optimize it next year, then it's like, well, fuck, like, what if
Yeah.
what if
At that point, like maybe buy a PS5, play it, and then trade the PS5 back in.
yeah, maybe so.
Might actually be worth it. in
Maybe
that
so.
sense.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
actually not a bad idea if you don't want to wait that long. Because I'm okay with waiting a little bit. I've waited. I wait with most things now.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
I'm gonna put it on the
PlayStation.
Switch too, and I'm gonna play on the Switch too.
GTA 6 on the Switch too.
That's gonna look beautiful.
Apparently, I have some. I spoke to somebody who would know. Things less powerful than the PS4.
That tracks.
The Switch.
That
too.
tracks.
The Switch too.
That tracks.
Which is interesting.
Nintendo is like I'm sorry. Nintendo's like I don't want to get into it. It's just I was gonna say they abuse their consumers in the same way. Let's just say the Daily Wire does or something. It's just the low fucking effort, and that the people still shell out that much money for these fucking machines makes me so upset.
As a fan of video games, walking into Nintendo willingly and buying a Nintendo console, I don't even think this is an exaggeration to say, but it's akin to a Jew walking into Auschwitz of their own accord.
It's exactly the same.
Yes.
It's exactly the same. It's not even. There's no even.
I don't think
No
there's
one
really
will.
much, and it might actually be.
It's, it's,
I'm here. I'm Jewish. Take me.
it is much
Take
worse
me, I'm
actually.
Jewish.
It's like that stupid fucking. Oh my god!
That
Anyway,
is- bro.
Did you guys see the meme?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's the name of that white comedian that's like he kind of talks like
Whitey?
Oh, that's kind of weird. I didn't think that would happen. He's
White McMahon.
he was making jokes with Shane Gillis about just like a bunch of racism shit, and even Shane was like, "Whoa, dude, chill."
is he the guy who like is like, "Whoa, look at that"?
Yeah,
That's Mark Normand.
Mark Normand.
Oh yeah.
There was a
There
video.
was everybody's impersonation of Mark Normand is just like, it's like, what's going on? That's pretty crazy.
There was a meme where it was a video of some person like during the fires where like they're looking at their dog and look up and everything's in fire in front of them, and he's like, "That's what gay people see when they go to hell." And I was just like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, that's not that bad. It's like-
And then,
That's funny.
I just thought it was really funny because the guy that he was with was like, where did that come from?" And he's like, man, like all of our problems are like systemic, but that's like God being mad at them. But I'm like, holy shit.
yeah, that doesn't strike me as particularly.
That is funny. I like,
It's not the most
I gotta make
diabolical
fun of
thing.
Joe Rogan.
Of
I like when
course.
anybody takes shots at Joe Rogan though, which is
It's like,
pretty
Joe, you're
easy.
not funny, and I'm gonna
pretty
eat
easy.
you.
I like that Shane Gillis has been poking fun at Elon too. I've seen like a bunch of clips of him talking about like he's a fucking nerd.
Yeah, it's so wild that I was talking to my mom, and then just how many people, just normal people, just think that Elon Musk is a genius still. And I understand. I was like, oh yeah, they probably have no fucking there's no. How could you? You just heard that he's a genius, but you haven't seen any of his press conferences. You haven't seen anything like we have to know that he's a complete fucking dumbass.
You think people like Elon is one of those? I can't remember who said it. I saw it on some show. But it was like some guy was talking about Elon, and it was like he's the kind of person where you think he's a genius until he explains something to you that you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you are an expert or like you're even remotely interested in like a very specific thing, and then Elon says something about it, it's immediately clear how stupid he is.
Right.
And that's not what happened with the video game stuff. The Pillars of Eternity.
The thing that's interesting is...
PoE?
No.
What was it? Path of Exile.
Path of Exile.
I always want to say Pillar of Eternity. I don't know why.
Pillar of Eternity is the avowed thing. Avowed's Pillar of
No,
Eternity.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's why it's on my mind. Yeah.
Path and Diablo.
Yeah.
But
it is, right?
Yeah. The thing that's interesting, though, is when people started, because I feel like nobody was paying attention to him. And I think it goes beyond that. I think that there's people, when you actually even listen to, I don't know much about engineering cars.
Yeah, me neither.
But when I was listening to him talk, he's not saying anything smart. He's just saying this is what they could do. He's just doing press conferences, and he's not going into like anything deep on like, I don't understand those part of the mechanical or the engineering of the battery. He's not going deep into what the batteries make. Literally nothing. There's never been any point where I'm like, he's saying something well over my head, and I was kind of like, we've been completely fucking duped into thinking this guy's a genius, and then I don't see an example of him talking in a way that I'm like, I don't understand what he's talking about. And
the second he like, if he ever like talks about like music in any way, like I bet a bunch of musicians are gonna be like, what the fuck?
Like, no,
this guy's a fucking idiot.
But it's like, I was like, whenever people, he was literally akin to when people went like to Trump. They were like, hey, what's your favorite Bible verse? And he was like, oh, I love all of them.
I like all of them.
And he's, there's very personal. And I was just like, oh,
nobody likes all of them. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's literally, he couldn't think of one. And that's what Elon does. Whenever they ask him and go into details, he would go, well, and he would not go into detail. And I was like, oh, this guy literally never says anything smart. And I went out of my way to like find something. I was just like, wait, why do we literally just thought it was genius because people were saying it. They were just saying he's a genius.
You know when it was beyond clear to me?
Yeah.
When he walked into Twitter with the sync.
Oh, what did he say? Oh, let that sink in.
I'm like, damn, you're stupid.
You dumb bitch.
That is like that was the moment. Like I didn't like him before
Stupid
that.
motherfucker, you.
I didn't like him before that, but just the idea that this genius thought like this will be funny.
This will be
Oh,
it's like, oh great. To me, when the
fucking moron.
The window broke, and when they were doing that fucking demonstration on like how strong like their windows are in first. And
my god!
And he's like, oh shit. I was like, yeah. That
checks out. I think back then it was like a little bit more. I don't know how long ago that was, but like that strikes me as one of those things that like with a better reputation could actually come across as endearing. Yeah, it's almost like when
that's true.
It's almost like when they were showing off Uncharted 4 at like one of the. I think
it was E3.
It was E3 or like a PSX or something like that. There was like something about PlayStation, and Drake fell through the map. Yeah. He just fell through the floor, and then they were like, "It's not done, sorry." But it comes across as, but like they're Naughty Dog. They have like a good reputation. So it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I believe you guys are gonna deliver the game to us like that.
right.
The thing is that a lot of people, a lot of older people, they come from a generation where they kind of worship billionaires.
Kind of,
it's like weird, kind of like worship of people who have a lot of money.
Yeah,
because Lily's dad's one of those guys where we have talks for shit about him. We're like, yo, he sucks. He's like really not that smart. He's like, he's a smart guy, and I'm like, Dad, look into it.
He's a smart guy in the same way that like I don't know, the Bard of Burbank is a smart guy. He's a smart dude.
Well, I just ask people. I'm like, well, why do you think he's smart? Like I ask questions because I'm trying to get them to see. Do you actually believe this, or are you just being a fucking parrot? And I already know it's the latter.
Yeah.
But I just want them to get to that conclusion finally and realize they're like, oh, I really don't know fucking anything about him. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Nobody wants to say I don't know. That's what's so annoying.
Yes.
Oh, it's a huge problem.
1,000%.
People don't like being stupid, but it's like everyone's kind of fucking.
That shit pisses
the
me
vast
off.
Majority of us are stupid, and it's fine.
Well, yes, that's true.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being dumb about certain things.
Not knowing is ignorance, and which is like, it's weird that people are afraid to be ignorant when there's actually no there's actually no negative connotation to that technically.
Yeah.
And like say if it's just like I don't know something, being ignorant it's not supposed to be negative. It's just like I just don't know.
Yeah.
And people will try to make it something like that. They're like, you don't know this? You know, people will try and then people get defensive.
Yeah.
Right? And like but those people are being retarded too that are trying to shame you for not knowing something.
Yeah. It's almost stupid to expect that everybody would know everything.
Yeah. It's insane actually.
You know, it's psychotic.
It's an insane thing
It's
to
like,
do.
I don't know. People get so mad about it. And it's like, dude, it's fine to not know.
What does your shirt say?
Something.
The
I almost said
the
something.
fantastic
I'm not awake enough for you to ask me stuff like that. For me
vag-
to look down and immediately be like,
All
oh, it
yeah.
says nothing.
All right, well, on that note,
Hey, you're not a pilot. I know every pilot in the world.
what is that? What's that from?
It's like one of the first episodes of Family Guy.
Oh, yeah. You're not a pilot.
With Glenn?
I know every pilot in the world.
Like Peter has to be death. And then he
my
busts
God,
into the
yes.
cockpit, and then that's what that guy says to him. I know every pilot in the world. I thought that was so fucking funny.
I'm a Family Guy apologist, man.
I mean,
That shit makes me laugh.
there's absolute great shit.
I would never sit and watch that episode, a full episode, but like there are clips.
I watch clips that make me laugh my ass off.
Clips crack me up. I will sit and watch like Family Guy fucking funny moments on purpose. I'll do it.
It's crazy. But
Yeah.
I respect you.
I like
live
it,
your
but-
shine. Live your shine.
I like it. I'm a Simpsons guy though. I got Mr.
Yeah.
Sparkle on me. Tattooed
I
on me.
watch
Something like
videos of
that. I don't care. What's next?
what are they
A real man never speaks ill of Jimbo. Wrote in. He says, "Question for Sweetie: would you rather
Nice.
kill yourself or continue being yourself?"
So fucking crazy.
So insane. It's a kind of philosophical question.
I like it.
If you-
I don't know, man.
I think I'd keep being alive for right now. I think
Yeah?
right now I'd rather
Yeah.
be alive. Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
That's an interesting question because I really feel like it just depends on the timing of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
really.
Yeah, there's, dude. I remember like when I had alcohol poisoning. There was absolutely I would have killed myself. If I had the ability to do it, I would have killed myself in that room.
You do have the ability. You gotta lock in more.
You
no,
gotta
no,
lock in.
I literally at that moment I couldn't.
You could have asked somebody to kill you.
You didn't believe hard enough.
Couldn't.
If
move.
you would have asked me to kill you, I would have killed you then.
I don't even think I could form words.
How would you have done it?
I don't know, like heavy thing to the head till he died.
A heavy thing? Damn.
I'm
But
fucking
you
up.
need express written consent because
Yeah,
otherwise,
exactly, yeah.
otherwise you're fucked.
Yeah, of course, dude.
He'd asked me to bash his brains out.
He asked me to turn his head flat. He fucking said do it. I
He said flat
Turn my head into the earth.
I'm like, all right, dude, I got a fucking large slipper and I bashed till it was flat.
That is fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This is a dumb question.
I got a chancleta, right? And I fucking hit him in the head till he looked like Reed Richards pulling himself off a wall after he got flattened.
That is fucking crazy. Let's see. All right, let's go with this one. The gap between Sween's colons.
Two?
Colons.
Multiple.
Damn, I like that.
It's fucking scary. He says, "Greetings to the longest
the
cock,
fuck out of you.
the longest,
Is that it? Is it your
the
colon?
longest cock, the thickest cock, and the most aesthetically pleasing cock. I am a Canadian in Canada.
Okay.
When you conquer Canada, what will your first order of business be? If I conquered America, I would change your national anthem to the classic Canadian children's PSA. Don't you put it in your mouth, so you can have a Kinder surprise. So you can have Kinder surprises.
I don't know what that is. That sounds.
It's a chocolate treat.
It's very clear. I know what a Kinder egg is, but
a Kinder egg, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what our first order of business upon conquering Canada?
Well, Drake would be exiled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no Drakes. It would just be like, so we're not gonna you know how like say they do how in Congress how they play the games, they're targeting trans people, but it's like it's like people called it the don't say gay. But
oh right, it's like obfuscated.
yeah,
kind of.
it's supposed to be about all sexualities, and so you're not supposed to talk about straight shit either, but it's specifically about like marginalized sexual groups or whatever. And so it's just going to be no Drakes, even though it's specifically aimed at the Drake. So no Drakes. Sorry, anybody. I actually don't know anyone else named Drake, so I'll be okay.
Nobody who goes by Drake who's named Aubrey.
No.
That's too
I would make it so Canadians cannot have children with Americans.
Oh.
You know, we can no crossbreeding.
Well, I guess that won't. How would you constitute that when Canadian? They're actually Americans now.
Yeah, it's almost
Oh,
the
that's
opposite.
dumb.
It's the reverse. What you're doing.
Okay, what's another better one?
Yeah, you
Canadians can't have opinions.
You have to
period.
reword it. They're not
still
Canadians.
They're not
anymore.
Americans now.
They're
They're all Americans now.
I would-
but they're Canadian Americans instead of American Americans. They're Canadian Americans.
they're Canadian. Well,
Canadian American.
They'd be
I
Northern
guess-
North Americans.
I guess socially, but like literally, it's kind of like it's kind of like if you want to be cute, we're all Americans. If you want to be cute, Canadians are Americans, Mexicans are Americans, because this is North America,
Brazilians
baby.
are
Why are
American?
Mexicans Native
I mean, they are.
Americans?
What?
Why aren't Mexicans considered Native Americans, but then people from Canada, the natives in Canada, are Native Americans as well?
Because Mexico thought they were too good for America.
But they
It's just
but they
it's
didn't.
stupid American language, just like why they're called fucking Indians. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just all bullshit.
But why is that not like a fought for thing down there for them?
I don't know.
Nobody cares.
Well, I know that there's ones in the north of Mexico that, because this is, you know what opened my eyes to that? Street Fighter, the new challengers, T-Hawk.
Oh yeah, he's one of those.
I was
weird
like,
ones.
he's from Mexico, and I was like, my dumb kid brain, I'm like, who's this giant fucking Native American, but he's from Mexico?
Who's this?
And then it's like,
who's this stark red motherfucker that speaks Spanish and looks like an eagle?
So yeah, so I was
Dances with Chalupa over here.
dances with Chalupa, dances with chalupas and
Sings in taco over here.
Sings in tacos.
sings
Insane.
and taco. That's
He
crazy.
speaks Spanish, but only in like the Native American chant, where it's like
Hola,
mi
¿cómo estás?
amo."
Hola, ¿cómo
hola,
estás? Me
amigo.
llamo T-Hawk.
Hola, amigo.
Anyway,
Hasta la vista.
No me
Hasta la
gusta
All
compañero de America with that.
You got to do it in the chant, though.
I can't. I feel like that's a little too far.
It's absolutely not too far.
I know. They don't exist anymore. Who am I making fun of? Fucking.
that is fucking crazy.
There's like, dude, they're
What's the
getting,
wind
they're,
gonna get mad at me? Like, what the fuck?
they're getting rounded. The last one we're getting rounded up by ice too. So you know.
Later, niggas.
Oh my god.
That took a weirdly long time to register to you.
It had a bounce to it.
It bounced, settled, stilled, and then you noticed.
Whoa!
Anyway, yeah, I think I would annex Toronto, and I would just make it like a sub city of New York. I would make it like another borough,
Okay.
even though it's far away.
Why not?
Make a subway that goes there. It's like a fucking 3-hour subway.
I hate Canadians, so I don't know, man. I don't hate Canadians. I don't like Canadians. Have often aggravated me, particularly black ones.
I only know one black Canadian.
Imagine if I said
the
that.
vegan guy.
Yeah, it'd be different.
Oh, vegan and Drake. Drake and
It'd be different if you
they're
said
like
it.
the
Vegan?
What was his name? Vegan, that crazy vegan guy.
Oh, Vegan Gains.
Vegan Gains. Yeah. So Vegan Gains and Drake are the only black vegans that I actually know.
I feel like being Canadian and black
Drake's a
just
vegan?
automatically means.
It would make sense.
Why is
You
Jake
said
got so
Vegan
big?
Gains and Drake are the only black vegans I know.
Did I actually say
You
that?
said vegans, yeah.
I didn't even notice
I've never
at
met
all.
a black vegan. I don't know any black vegans. I know black vegetarians. I don't know any black vegans.
I don't know
Black
any vegans.
vegans.
I know one vegan exactly.
I know
two.
only
I know two.
one vegan. Yeah.
As far as I know, maybe there's like a secret cabal of vegans.
They're waiting.
They're shamefully hidden in the
baguette.
shadows.
They're lying in wait. Didn't you say that recently?
Lying in
What?
wait
Yeah.
is such a fucking dire statement.
You know, like they're just peeking out. Not yet.
Wait. I didn't know. Wait, is that the? I thought it.
Wait,
isn't
what's
it-
that? Oh, that's for vaccines. The vaccine anti-vaxxers. No, Wait, I think anti-vaxxers were calling people who were okay with vaccines
Faggots.
faggots, right? Is that what that was?
I think so.
Faggot.
So ridiculous.
I guess that could apply to
thought it was-
vegans too.
I thought it
guess.
was not lying in wait. I thought it was lying in wait.
What did you? Wait, what?
You said lying in wait. I might have said lying in wait by mistake. 'cause
Wait,
I'm
what do you
stupid.
think? What do you?
But I thought the phrase is lying in wait.
that's what I'm saying. What do you think?
I
I'm
thought you
saying?
said lion in wait, like a
Like a lion? No.
Yeah, like a lion.
No, I just didn't pronounce the G, like, because that's how we speak. Lying in wait. It sounds like I'm saying lie. That's crazy. Oh, and then
That's why you did that. That's exactly. And I was like, is it different? Am I crazy?
Oh, that's
was I
great.
right as a kid? No, was I told I was wrong?
That is great. Like That's fucking
You need to see the video for this.
You do need to see the video, but
for that to
you are not
land.
completely excused. That I like. Usually, I'd be like, "You're insane," but like me, I totally understand why you thought I said that because like a lion, like
Yeah.
Oh, there's an image. Oh my god. Oh my lord.
No,
I
don't
saw
pull up
something.
images anymore.
No, you have to see
The audience
this.
is so annoyed whenever we show
Shut
a
up.
video.
Fuck them.
Or like show a picture. You got to show it to the camera then.
The picture I understand, but
What is that? Is it a bear falling out of a tree?
That's a tranquilized bear falling out of a tree. You know the Playboy Cardi cover where he's doing the front of it to the crowd?
Oh my-
It's like that.
That is actually insane. It's a good image. That's an old one though.
I know, but it's so
Poor bear.
perfect because that bear's not awake during that.
No, yes, he
its
is.
arms being
I
flailed
don't
out.
think he's awake.
You think when you get tranquilized, you're instantly out? He's fading.
Yeah.
No, I think he faded.
He's
And
faded.
I think he was fading on his way, and now he's gone.
No,
by
I
the
think
time he
I
hits
think,
it, he's
I think
gone.
he's gonna understand that he hit the ground, and he's gonna feel it, and then he's gonna fall asleep. Like it doesn't work that quick.
It's the arm. It's the
Look,
arms being
look,
like.
he's asleep. His eyes are closed.
What the fuck are you talking about?
His eyes aren't open.
Where do you even see eyes, motherfucker?
Exactly. They're closed.
You can't. Never mind.
They're
Whatever.
closed.
I don't care enough about this to argue.
I mean, this is a really, really great image talking
It's a
about
great
the American
image.
people
You know,
and
it's
how
great
they're
on
not
iPhone
woke.
too. You can cut them out. You can do that thing.
We're gonna take
Oh, yeah,
him,
when
right?
you like-
You can do like a. Hold on, let me see.
I don't have the picture saved. That's why.
You just. I think you just hold it, right?
If you save it,
You
yeah,
have to save it.
you have to. There's like a specific way to tap it.
Yeah.
I did that with that fucking Oblivion face of the guy in like the snow where he goes, "Indeed." I'm gonna use it as an
Oh
emote.
man, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But anyway, next question. Dandelion wrote in. Lion. Hey boys,
Full circle.
just thought you'd like to know that the Glob Glow Gab Galab is from a 2012 animated horror musical called Stravinsky and the Mysterious House. I'm remembering this now. Maybe do an episode on it after doing Borderlands. Oh my god, that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, actually that's great.
That is a good idea, dude.
So I actually just watched like it's this fucking guy's milking the interview. It's like 7 parts or something. But the guy that voiced it and the guy that wrote the original story, the guy that voiced and animated it and shit.
What do you mean?
Oh, the Glob Go Gab Galab.
Oh, you looked into it after this?
Yeah. Because I was like, what the fuck? Because
I put the clip out. I love how you look genuinely. I've never seen that much genuine surprise in a person.
there was a lot of emotions on my face. Like there was so many. It was so much. It was so
There's
much.
like a shake that.
I definitely didn't like. Obviously, I didn't realize what. Like I was intrigued watching it back. I was like, what the fuck?
It's an awesome clip. I love
But
it.
because I saw that clip, it made me. I was like, wait, I still don't know exactly what this is. So I watched like a few minutes of the guy that wrote the story, and then the guy that animated and voiced it or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just
He's in a Kanye
couldn't
song.
be more British. Like it was so. It was.
He's in a Kanye song, the Gobble Glabula. He talks about him in one
Yeah.
of his songs.
So this guy, I know. Shout out to Grass Kingdoms. He's written some songs that made it up on Your Mom's House podcast. And so like we talk every once in a while. And he commented on our thing, and he was saying that like because of Donkey, I didn't know that. So Donkey did a video. He streamed. So I guess during the pandemic, he streamed being like, "Oh, I got all the tracks to Donda or whatever. Like I have the release, and I'm gonna leak all of it." And it was just random bullshit. And one of them, track 4, was the Glob Go Gab Galab.
I'm the Glabula.
Yeah,
The beat
and
he goes
beca-
with it pretty nice though. But
And
yeah.
apparently because of that, that's why Kanye put it in his shit. And so Grass Kingdom said that, and I was like, that's fucking cool. I had no idea.
That's insane. I had no idea that was true either.
Yeah.
So stupid. It's such a weird fucking video.
That shit, it's gross.
I like that clip.
If I saw him, I would scream my jaw open. Like I'd scream till my mouth is down here or some shit.
There's a serendipity in that
Yeah.
moment that made like a perfect clip because like the setup is so weird. Because like I'm wearing my hood, I don't even remember why. So it looks like I'm like an evil,
You look
insidious
very
character.
insidious.
I look very insidious, and then you're struggling to understand this, and I can say it perfectly, like I've said it a million times. And then there's like a pleading in your voice, where like what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You're like, what is that?
And
What's
then
that from? And I keep asking.
You say something like you're like I
don't
forgot
know,
you
what
said,
are you, fucking crazy?
What are you crazy? And I was kind of like, what are you doing? Like,
And then your genuine reaction to it is perfect. I love that clip. But anyway, yeah, I remember this from like back when that was like a meme. Like, yeah, Stravinsky. I think I watched a little bit of that movie. It was terrible. Obviously,
I imagine.
did they explain why in those interviews? Did they explain what the fuck this thing is?
I didn't get far enough for that.
It's a glob.
I watched like the
mean?
yeah.
Good point.
I watched the intro just to see like who these people are, and then I at least know like, okay, this guy wrote this thing and this guy I was like, okay,
Right.
So I got the setup and then I stopped watching. And then it's fucking 7 parts. You asshole! Like you the glob go gab glab guys trying to milk a fucking interview.
That is really insane.
I'm like, just put it out, you bitch.
Anyway. Ethan Ralph's mangled, crucified corpse wrote in. He says, "Hey, small, medium, and XXL. I was writing in to ask if you guys had ever heard of the concept of something being spiritually true. It's essentially where something that's simply false is actually true exclusively because you feel that it should be."
I have heard that recently because of the current political climate. 100% I've heard that. Yeah, because that is what is happening.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how I feel about the term. Because I do think things can be spiritually... Like, if... I don't know. Like, let's say one billionaire in particular isn't necessarily doing evil shit in comparison to everybody else. Or other billionaires, right? Hypothetically. It would still be spiritually true that billionaires are evil.
Well, yeah, but that's just... I don't know if I would consider that an example because that's just like, well, the evil is on scales, right?
I guess that's true, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm thinking more of like when the cultural zeitgeist believes some shit.
Oh, this is just completely false.
It's just not
It's
real.
going shit on vibes.
And it's like it's
It
like
is, yeah.
To me, it feels like say the vaccine shit. Like it is
Right, yeah.
And the it's just like all these people feel like it's fucking more dangerous than the virus, and it's like that's such an insane thing.
I had such a long conversation with one of my cousins about vaccines recently.
You have cousins?
Too many, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't even. I thought you were an only
I was only
family.
I
God,
no, I wasn't
only
birth. No one gave birth to me.
There's no way to say it. There is no.
I thought you were alone.
Only family is an awesome. Like, I'm only family.
But like I spoke to him about it. And he
I
was
hatched
like,
from an egg.
we were talking about the whole vaccine thing, and I'm like, there's like a point exactly when that became a thing, and there's literal proof of the doctor getting paid off to do that.
Oh yeah,
like there's straight up proof of it. Like if you were in any sort of medical class ever in college, you go over it. The fact that vaccines, like the signs of autism and vaccines are taken at the same time in your life. Yes, but like that whole situation is fake. It's like it's so fake that you can go back and find when it happened, and the doctor got his license taken from him. Like there's a paper trail backwards to it.
Did you see that United Health thing?
What happened now?
The United Health where they pulled some.
The guy in front of the door?
no. There's more information. What's going on?
What'd you say?
No, the guy in front of the door. No, that was from the Department
yeah.
of Education. That's
Yeah,
a
I don't even
different
know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, what happened?
There's some guy, I guess, or some lady. She was like a surgeon. She was doing surgery, and she got called out of surgery mid-surgery because they were trying to dispute whether or not the person undergoing surgery actually justified an overnight stay. And then they denied her claim, and then she like made a video about it, and then like now they're suing her for saying that. Such a fucking joke.
I made a video.
it's making me
I made a
evil.
video, and I'm debating on whether I'm going to release it or not on the main channel because there's a part of me that feels obligated to say something because I hate that I feel this way because I want to not care. I want to be like, this shit's cooked. Who cares? But it's just talking about my like the United Healthcare thing being the moment where I understood that I don't think there's any way back because that was kind of like the last bastion of people kind of understanding that there's a large problem. And then remember, some of the people were saying, I'm realizing that Ben Shapiro is just here to divide us.
Oh,
Like people were starting to, but then they recovered immediately back into their.
Yeah.
And the same thing with that's why I went on a little rant yesterday because I just got so annoyed by the people understanding that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is objectively a good thing. Even those people on the right, they're like, no, I've used these guys to get money back. I was getting fucked over by Coinbase. I was getting fucked over by this, that. And then I hit up the CFPB and then they fixed it when these fucking corrupt corporations wouldn't do it because they want to siphon money from people illegally.
Of course.
And then Elon Musk is like, buy CFPB. Like, hell yeah. And then they're like, what's happening? And I'm just like,
Dude, I saw this great TikTok. I saw this great TikTok of this lady. It's like a juxtaposition. This like Hispanic lady. She's like, "We are Hispanic. We vote for Trump.
Yeah.
We love him." And then it cuts. He's like, completely betray. He say he not going to touch undocumented people. They use us. And I'm like, how? It bothers me that somebody that old, like, because they're like in the probably like 50s. And I'm just like, how are you fucking? How do you not know? How do you need this explained?
I have such little sympathy for Hispanic people that voted for Trump. It's insane.
I don't have any sympathy. I don't have any sympathy for anybody who voted against their own interests. On purpose.
100%.
Voting against your interests. I understand voting against interests.
No. Why?
Wait,
what are you talking about?
Time out. Let me finish talking first.
Yeah. That's so infuriating. I hate
No. Let me finish speaking
His
first.
butts are always infuriating.
Let me finish speaking. There are people in this world that need help more than other people do, right? So if you are a billionaire person and you are voting against your interests to help the other rest of the people live, you're doing the right thing ultimately. But if you're a person, like if you're a living everyday person and you're voting against like civil rights, you're a fucking chimpanzee.
When we talk about voting against your interests, we're never talking about billionaires.
I understand that, right?
It's literally never part of the conversation.
That is an argument. Like
XQC, there's like 17 billionaires.
That's true. But
who's made that argument?
What's the name? It's the Roach nigga. I just got his name.
The Roach.
Oh, Asmongold?
Asmongold. He made that argument.
What argument did he make?
He was like, I would never vote against interests of something that's not going to benefit me directly or is going to hamper me directly. So I can't vote for these things. And I'm like, I hope a roach kills you in your sleep.
Yeah, so he's... him as a millionaire is completely disconnected from regular people.
I agree, right?
And so whatever those people say,
dumb people will say things like that. There are people in this country that are going to say that voting for more DEI based situations is going to therefore reduce situations they have. But it's like, yes, because situations in the world have been so predominantly dominated by groups that are not others have been excluded for that, right? That will go against tech. I guess if you want to be a fucking psycho, that's not helping people that are particularly white men, right? So, but you're not. But the fact that that's not hurting you.
The problem is they're being lied to. They're being lied to that it is hurting them. So that's the entire crux of the
and it's the dumb arguments that be made by people. Like I understand that none of us mean that.
I don't particularly care about the. It's the thing that of like reaching stupid people and low information voters is just to convince them to stop listening to people who are not like them. That is the biggest thing that needs to happen. It's like, okay, first and foremost, these billionaires, even fucking Asmongold, even I'm gonna be even even if you find say Charlie, he's reasonable. He is reasonable. I haven't seen him say anything insane, but I'm like, I don't particularly have to give a shit about what he's saying because he doesn't have any experience like me anymore, so it doesn't really matter. What I want to do is like, let's feed off of each other's energy of like, all right, these people are in my community. What do we need? Instead of going to rich assholes that are going to tell me what the fuck do I need. We need way more Chick-fil-A's in our community.
I think
that's where I was going with.
I think we're cooked, man. I think we've been cooked for a long time. I think America's too big. I think we have too many different groups here.
It's simple.
I think it's just.
I'm gonna be honest. We need to move on, but like, literally, the fourth branch of the government, the media, the guard, they need to be destroyed. Like, and what I mean by that is they're supposed to be the only people that don't allow this corruption at this level to happen. But since they're all afraid to lose their jobs,
they failed spectacularly.
Yeah, they've completely failed. But purposefully, because they're afraid to. How come nobody talked about Trump's meme coin, right? When he did the whole fucking thing, and he's still worth like about $20 billion on that shit. They don't talk about that because they know if they keep rallying up people, they're gonna get fired. They're gonna get fucking fired. Trump will go out of his way, just like JD Vance was just saying recently that hey, the judicial system, the branch that's supposed to check executive power, should not have that power. Because the judges blocked some of the stuff that Elon was doing, and they're blocking some of the stuff that Trump is doing, and they're being like, you shouldn't be able to do that. And I'm like, what do you? That is literally exactly what they should do.
Yeah,
The
it's
checks and
literally the
balances.
point. It is literally the point.
And so at the point right now where we're at, where they're saying Trump should just straight up be a dictator, of course the media is not going to say anything. They're going to get fucked whether it's legal or not. So we're hopeless because most people are low information voters. What the fuck? How are they going to get any information if those guys aren't willing to tell them anything? So it's like at this point, I welcome, like the rest of the world, the collapse of America, and I'll see y'all in Canada, and then probably make it a Spain from there. So that's my plan. That's my plan, but I'm also gonna open up a Chick-fil-A in Spain.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We should just honestly
It'll heal the world if we get more Chick-fil-A's.
split the country, bro.
More Chick.
Split it down the middle.
We just need more Chick-fil-A's.
Get rid of the whole South.
I like that they finally got a spicy grilled.
Do they actually?
Took them long enough, yeah.
They got a spicy grilled now, and I'm like, let's go. The world's healing.
The world's finally things are good.
We need COVID-20.
It's probably already there, just not prominent. COVID-20 probably exists.
Somebody dropped something in China, and they were like, "No."
Let's wrap things up. We gotta do an extra.
Oh yeah, we got. No, you're right.
We gotta do an
Absolutely.
extra ammo today.
I completely agree.
So let me just.
Yeah, no 4-hour show, guy. Sorry.
Oh, it's so sad. Oh no. Oh no. We get 2.5 hours of content, not 5.
So-
What's up?
Now I'll say this after. Let's a chocolate rain.
My penis.
Bro, I loved how many people like they died just like I watched that Chocolate Rain clip of us, and it was probably one of the only few clips where I laugh each time because it's just so stupid.
It is very
and
dumb.
But like reading the comments, like it really it felt good just seeing how many people were like they're like this is it was so like they had to like leave their job or they had to like not.
Yeah.
I was just like this. Good.
Such a stupid fucking bit.
It's like that's exactly what the people are here for.
Well, I know, but it's
They're here for that.
Pain.
And like I was like, you guys are kindred spirits. I'm glad that you feel you're as retarded as we are, and I appreciate that.
all right. Count me down. I'm gonna read. No, not yet. Hold on. Going over to patreon.com/snarktank to get your name read on the show. $25 is high, but like I mean, apparently people fucking want this to happen. Trip me up, make me say things. It's truly awful. This is the most miserable part of the experience for me. What is that? Stop showing.
It's so stupid.
Kyle tweeted this. Kyle Kalinske.
Great.
Kyle is fucking. Kyle is.
He's on a warpath.
He's in I don't give a fuck mode.
He's in a warpath, dude.
He's in total I don't give a fuck mode. Ever since Joe Rogan had a Trump on, he was like, I don't care about anything anymore.
He can't become a politician anymore now, but it's like fine.
Actually, he's
I
exactly
think
what we need.
he probably could actually.
He's exactly what we need. I feel like people need to bully him into running because I feel like he's going to be too comfortable in doing what he's doing. But I'm like, no, you and Crystal need to get into fucking Congress. They have to. If they actually want things to change, they have to fucking actually step up.
Yeah,
They have to. I'm going to clip this and send it to him every day until he blocks me.
So once.
Yeah, he blocks me immediately.
Oh man. Anyway,
Says,
yeah.
shut up, nigga. And
Yeah, so count me down.
Shut up, bitch, nigga.
that's how he talks, too. Just
He
hilarious.
does. I've seen his old tweets.
I love that is the best page on Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
His old tweets are
They're crazy.
Crazy.
Is he one of us? He's a little brown. Like, is
He's
he like part
Jewish.
something?
He's Jewish.
Oh, he's Jewish. Okay.
he's also from New York.
He's a Kalinske Jew. Okay, I got
He's
you.
a New York
Okay,
Jew,
I got
so
you.
know
He's a New York
they're
fella.
different. They're a little different.
Gotcha.
Look how
Oh!
look how Bernie walks around acts.
Dude,
That's
Bernie
not-
has said so many N-words. He's just professional.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
behind the scenes, he's like, nigga, this nigga, man, this nigga right here, you know, like these Vermont niggas just don't know.
Vermont.
He's from 3, 2, 1.
Steak eater, Elon Wesk.
Elon Wesk.
Mr. West.
I guess yeah, there were some pretty good ones that
There's
people came
still
up
a lot.
with. Yeah.
I'm going to kill the president with a mortar. Megamorph. Emma throwing in big bucks. Build Gundam model kits. Jigsaw and Jelksaw teaming up to fight their ultimate enemy, Nigsaw. So stupid. Oh, the Goon Glow Gab Galab is gay as hell.
Goon. I love that thing. Like somebody found that shit, I think.
What the fuck is that?
It's not a turtles.
It's a turtles, but it's all like kind of
All right.
peeled back.
The Ninja Girdles.
I love that one.
Dongo, Dongo, Dongo. I don't want to leave the Congo. Oh, ho, oh, ho. Oh, ho, mo. Oh, oh, oh. Dingle, dangle, dongo. In.
You all right?
This is a rough one. In Blackcocks, I'm entangled. I refuse to go. Not bad. A lobster with human tits and a penis.
Oh.
Hitler in
Hot.
Paris by Kanye West.
Hitler in Paris.
Hitler in Paris.
Seek how. Seek how. Seek how.
That'd be crazy. Hereditary is literally named after the theme of family trauma. The director openly states this. There's your elaboration. Berserker Broly gap-shotting Sweeney? What? Snark Tank live in Japan featuring Johnny Somali. Hey, baby. Are you Boogie 2988? Because you're a fat, unlovable retard. That is fucking crazy.
Very clever.
That's so clever, dude. Amazing. It's true, but like
That's very man. What a metaphor.
a metaphor.
Holy shit.
Awesome tistic. Put donuts on my cock.
Isn't
My
that
cock.
a
My
simile?
cock. My
It's
cock.
not even
my
a
cock.
metaphor, I'm pretty sure. Right?
I could on the
It's
fly.
not.
It's not proper.
It's not a metaphor. It's not even a simile. It's not anything.
You
It's just-
boogie to an egg because you fuck you, bitch.
Are you boogie 298? Because who cares?
Yeah. I'm gonna go take a shit.
It's just a non sequitur. It has nothing.
That's why it's so good. That's
It's
why
like
it's so
if
good.
Saying I'm gonna go take a shit is so it's so gross. There's something so gross about it. You're like,
Just walk away.
I got to shit now.
Are you boogie 298? Because excuse me. I bite children, calling retards the inhibited.
Dude, we should do a Snark Tank episode
Inhibitor.
where we just do an open mic. We just do open mics for one episode.
What do you mean? Like just
Like we just go open mic and have someone record it, and that's an episode of Snark Tank.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like
we should
episode
do an open
400.
mic with our friends though. Like try to get a bunch of our friends together and do an open mic.
Have you
Well,
ever done an open mic?
Absolutely not.
That's why it's
They're
that's,
scary as fuck.
I have such bad stage fright already.
And
I
that's
did
why-
it 3 times and it was terrifying.
And that's why I don't think anybody should be. I think it should be very low key, so it's like as fucked up as possible. And that's like episode 400. Like 400, we just go and have somebody. One person will just be in the back recording us,
yeah.
and then we just go.
On
and
like a
it's-
low fucking, like a shitty like Sony camcorder from 2010.
from 2010.
The
I still
audio
have.
sucks.
we try to
I still have my
we try to
2010
recreate the Laugh
HD
Factory.
camera.
Me too, yeah.
We try to recreate the Laugh Factory moment.
Recreate it? You can do it.
No, well, yeah, you can do it. I mean, it
I'd
won't
have
be
to
as
say the
funny.
F word, right? I'd have to say
It
the
won't
F
be as
word.
funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just
I'd
like
say
we're
the
just
F word. I have to
following
go
a
with the F
script.
word, yeah.
You should just do like a coonery,
I can't do that.
but you should.
I can't coon. It's so hard for me to do. I'll
And
try.
like come out to tell the guy in charge of the audio engineer, to have come out to a Tom McDonald song.
That's insane.
be
That's my
sick as-
walkout. You
I
know
don't
that was
think
my
you
Creative Clash
understand how much that
walkout? Was a Tommy Dog. How would you feel if
That would have
I
been.
dragged you guys to fucking Tampa, Florida to do a boxing fight?
Weren't we all walked down there too, and that comes on. I'm
That
just
would
like,
have. Whoa. That would have been fucking. That would have been really. God, that totally threw me off, dude. Just that
That was
bomb.
really violent.
that's how I felt.
yeah.
That would have been. That would have sucked.
Yeah, I think Suavemente was a
That
better
would, I
choice.
would have put my hood up and be like. I might have even turned around actually. I'm like, I'm not
You know
gonna.
what sucks about it is like you probably wouldn't have even noticed because like the audio is so like distorted. It's kind of hard to hear exactly what
Yeah.
song is playing. So you only would have realized it at the end.
It would have been a little bit. Oh, god damn it! At least the good thing is since I was actually standing behind you and Jalen, who were much taller than me, that you couldn't see me. Actually, it would have worked out okay.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that bad, but it would have been hilarious for you guys.
Yeah.
It's happening
Holding
again.
the flag.
Holding the Puerto Rican flag.
This is
It's
Tom
happening-
McDonald.
It's happening again.
I know.
June 25th.
I think I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, I talked to iDubbbz. Sodom was gonna like I told him I wouldn't be. I'm definitely gonna go because then what if at the time I don't feel like it?
Yeah.
So I just
What if at the time not things come up? What if at the time I just don't feel like it?
well because like, who knows so I was just like I said I'm gonna try my best. I think the greatest thing you can tell somebody when they invite you to something or whatever, it's like I'm gonna try my best to go.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I want to go, but I also would have.
You're not gonna go. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
have to
go.
bring Lily. I have to bring Lily if I go, right? 'Cause she's not going to. I don't want to go by myself.
You have to.
I don't want to go by myself.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be by yourself. What do you mean?
don't-
On the plane, you would be by yourself, and that's it.
Also, all the plane shit now. My fucking
Oh,
my
That
brain.
is- that is-
peaked.
great point. Actually,
My
That is
brain
the
is
thing.
peaked.
literally, I'm not even joking, bro.
That is weird.
I was like, if America like collapsed like really like quickly within this year, let's just say for the sake of argument, I would drive to Canada, then fly out of Canada.
and boat yo,
Like-
and then boat it.
Yeah, I would
A
not.
little dinghy in the middle of the fucking ocean.
For the first time, I feel like being afraid of flights is legitimate. It's
Yeah,
like,
same. Yeah. It's
First
kind
time.
of crazy.
The first
like,
time.
It is
happened-
for the first time because it's safer than driving a car.
It is, yes, in theory, but you know what's more
In
fatal?
theory, in
you know what's
practice.
more you know what's more fatal? A car accident or a plane crash.
That is true.
That's the argument. I understand,
Well,
like on paper, you are right.
Yes,
Way more
but
people die.
statistically, you have a much even that it is less fatal a car accident on average. It is more statistically like sound that you will get into a fatal car crash.
Statistics is
than a
dumb gay
plane.
math. No, it's not real.
Yeah.
Who's ever gotten any far anywhere with
So
with
this is your
statistics?
use. Tell you what. Oh, you have a really low chance of dying in a plane crash. What are the chances of somebody dying in a plane crash as their plane is crashing?
Almost 100.
Whoa.
I just debunked
I just feel like-
statistics.
I feel like the people in planes are stupid. They don't just like
Jump at the
jump
last
out.
minute.
Like, why aren't you just jump out on the plane, idiot?
Jumping
When
on a plane and you're just like
Like-
outside. you're just outside walking and one guy torpedoes in
The
front of
thing
you.
about it is that the way you would fly out of a plane is so funny because you would spin unrelentingly.
You'd probably go into the engine. I feel like you would end up
Well,
in
if
the
you were in
engine.
front of it, yeah.
It's you just got to calculate it. You know, like say the helicopter that crashes the plane. If you would have timed it,
If you
if you would have timed if you were looking outside the window, like oh shit, a helicopter, and then you fucking.
What if he was trying to do like a sick helicopter, like what if he was trying to do like a almost like a Tony Hawk grind on the top of the plane as he was taking off on the helicopter?
Yeah.
Some guy's trying to board a helicopter, get a little closer. I'll
He's
get
in
from
the
there.
helicopter and he's like,
And
watch
then-
this, I'm gonna grind on the plane.
Yeah.
And it ends.
Imagine being that fucking stupid. Imagine you're in the helicopter for some reason and the guy says that. And
Imagine
you're
you're,
like,
imagine you're the co-pilot and you hear the main pilot say that because you realize that he's finally had an aneurysm and he's insane. And it's just you look over.
the solid bit.
It's actually really sad. I heard about the pilot that was carrying Kobe and Gigi that because they said it was foggy, but what actually happened, he was hotboxing.
Oh,
That's
true,
actually
yeah.
what really happened. That's what they said. They
Did
were
he
like,
say backboard before they?
well, see,
Backboard.
what happened was he was
Swish.
hotboxing, and he was like If you guys want to know the real story, so he's hotboxing, but he was hotboxing salvia, which is a hallucinogen. You know?
Yeah, I'm aware of salvia.
Hotboxing
is.
salvia.
So
is
he was like
fucking
that,
insane.
and then the mountain that he was by in like Calabasas or wherever the fuck he
like
was
a
at,
fucking net.
it looked like a hoop. And then he looked
Hit
back
like a ball.
and he said, "Hey Kobe, watch this." He said, "You," and then he fucking. That's actually there's a black box of the.
I saw.
You.
He said you.
That is insane.
And then Kobe's confused because he
What?
clearly is like
He's high too now. Everybody,
Huh?
all those kids in
They're-
that car are fucking high.
he sees
as
an
shit.
alien looking back at him. And he's like,
Black
has-
Mamba mentality.
and he has his daughter, but he sees a fucking black bear, and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Bear, what's happening?" And then,
His daughter's just crying.
it is
Dude,
the-
well, she's high too also.
she's
Because they're
hot.
hotboxed. So
Yeah, so it unfortunately,
I love the idea. It's like, is that a mountain or a hoop?
is that a mountain or? And then he's convinced himself that it is clearly a hoop,
Can't not.
and he's playing. He's always wanted to play a game with Kobe, and this was his,
This is my
it was-
chance.
It was
This is the only
happening.
time I'm going to be able to score a hoop with Toby.
I'm going to dunk on Kobe. This is amazing.
Toby Maguire.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Toby.
When Tobey Maguire died in the plane.
Yeah, the Tobey
Who
Maguire.
are the two most famous Tobys ever?
Toby.
No. Derek, who are the two most famous Tobys ever?
Tobey Maguire and
Who else?
the
What's the other one?
the guy from Root Beer, the show Roots Beer.
Massa made good root beer. Toby made good root beer for Massa.
What the fuck are you saying?
You know that
That
series,
biopic,
that
the root
series,
beer biopic.
Root Beer.
I've never seen Roots.
Your name is Toby, and he's like whipping him because he was
My
not
name's
making
Dr. Pepper.
root. Yeah.
Domo Nation, Vaughn of the Dead.
Dr. Pepper.
My
My
girlfriend.
name is Dr. Pepper.
It's root beer, boy.
My girlfriend told me my dick isn't supposed to be green, and I need to see a doctor. Get yourself checked out, boys. Derek is innocent. Free him. Round-eyed,
Do it. Free me.
Megger the Asian.
Oh, nice. You put in the mayor in there.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of Megadeth yesterday, actually. It's a
Why?
lot of Megadeth.
Why?
I was talking to our friend Kyle. You know Kyle. I was talking to Kyle, and he was freaking like,
You weren't talking to Kyle.
Yeah, I like
I was
Megadeth.
talking to Kyle. You
Okay.
could never talk. We couldn't possibly. have
What?
been
You guys are
talking to-
cheating on each other by talking to Kyle at separate times?
I'm gonna kill Kyle.
out of pocket.
Look out, Kyle.
Look out, Kyle.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm a fan of Megadeth," and I was like, "Have you seen this third video?"
Did he see it?
I got to show Lyle next. I got to show
Lyle,
Lyle
I-
tomorrow.
No
Lyle-
way he hasn't seen
Shut up.
it.
Lyle, I've showed that to Lyle.
Oh, you already did? Oh.
Yeah, we've talked about it. He
Oh.
knows about it. Of
Damn
course
it.
he knows about
I,
that.
was, I would, yeah.
Megadeth. He heard.
I
it,
ran
he
into
was
him
like-
on the street yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He heard about it and he was like, "There's no way, right?" And I was like, "Look, man, this is a really cool video where someone says a cute little thing. It's really quirky, you know,
It's a pretty quirky little
quirky
thing.
little thing where he just says it."
Like, am I just? Do I? I mean, I don't know anything about Dave Mustaine other than he's insane. But is this actually like, you know? I think everybody was unanimously was like, "Oh, slip of the tongue, whatever." But is it? What if it actually was like one of those Musk moments where he like a Sieg Heil, like where he literally was like, "I'm gonna say the
We'll
N-word."
leave that to the courts.
to the
Update.
courts. They kill him.
Update: the Tyler concert was genuinely life-changing experience, and I appreciate your advice. Oh yeah, that's right. We gave concert advice.
Did we?
Yeah,
I don't remember what the fuck we said.
Was
it
Tyler
is
the creator?
impossible. Just by the way,
I'm glad he had a great time though.
yeah. My 5-year-old son with bone cancer really expects me to shave off my dreads to look like him.
Hey man, get a proper
Oh my
ball
God,
mask.
Philly! Have you guys seen how Philly looks right now?
Oh, did they burn down again?
Yeah, they destroyed it again.
Do you remember the street, dude? There,
The lamppost, they
it was
pulled-
fucking melting.
They
What?
pulled it out.
What are you talking
like
about?
fucking Raugers, they yanked the fucking lamppost out the ground.
When Philly won the Super Bowl last time, what was it, like
2017?
something like that?
18?
No, 2018 maybe, because 17 was when the Patriots.
Oh, I think I'm
won
vague.
the-
It's ringing a bell.
Yeah,
There was
They
a
just-
little kid on the top of a fucking pole, and I was like, how'd it get up there?
I don't know. I'm vaguely remembering something like
Someone
that. though.
brought and left their kid up really high.
Please listen to the Favs. I am not approachable. The Favs. Never heard of that. I've been listening to a lot of Viagra Boys recently.
Viagra Boys.
The Viagra Boys. I love that band is so fucking weird. They're putting creepy crawlies in the microchips. It's good stuff. Is that the lamp? I don't know. That's not a lamppost.
It's
just a crippled guy in a wheelchair.
They're hoisting up
Yeah, whatever.
celebratorily. I don't think he wants to be there. Probably.
He's
Look.
smiling.
That's crazy, man.
He's smiling.
That
It's
dude's
just-
got-
I don't think he can control if he doesn't want to.
That
smile or not.
motherfucker's gonna.
It's one of those
fall
upside down
hard.
smiles.
I don't think he has any say in what his face does.
All right,
But,
well,
That motherfucker's gonna fall.
dude, I was
hard.
watching an interview with Vince
better
Gilligan.
stand
I don't even
back
know
up.
why. Like a bunch of Breaking Bad stuff's been popping up in my recommended. I saw an interview with Vince Gilligan talking about like casting Walter Mitty, the Walt Jr. And he was like, "I wrote this character, and I wrote this character with CP, and I needed to find an actor with CP." He abbreviated cerebral palsy.
God damn. Nobody says that.
I know, but he was like, I needed an actor with CP, so we went and scoured the country for looking for, CP.
The best CP
We
actor.
couldn't find it.
What if he actually meant?
Oh, cerebral palsy works too, I guess.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like the people, the PAs were
That is
like,
fucking crazy.
that's what happened. They brought a guy with cerebral palsy, and he's like, oh yeah, I mean, sure.
I guess sure.
Sure.
We can work with this. What am I seeing?
His Philly
Just
Philly acting crazy.
acting
Where's
like
the
Philly.
lamppost?
That one is old.
No, that's the one I got.
Oh, that's what I've been
Unfortunately, it's all being shrouded in this bullshit. I'm like
I
the
see what
new
you- the
stuff.
search term- yeah, I
I'm
see.
trying to find the old one.
It's literally all the search terms are identical. I would imagine.
yeah, exactly.
That sucks. All right,
Someone shooting a firework at somebody's crazy.
I've seen that happen so many times. It's insane. Big boobies, Titanic titties, straight up massive milkers. Kingsley, Jamaica, man. Kingsley, Jamaica man, and dorky kamikaze pilot double teaming Christine Gun Girl. JoJo doesn't know Derek and me do it in my van every Sunday.
Oh wow,
Damn.
that's
JoJo
a,
doesn't know.
that's a what was that?
Eurotrip.
Eurotrip,
Eurotrip,
right, yeah.
The
I would have
beginning.
killed that guy. He was way too calm.
Yeah, well, like at that point, like I think realistically, there should be a director's cut where that dude turns into a Scotty turns into a serial killer.
Yeah.
Because that is the moment where you do where
He sneaks up behind him and puts a fucking trip mine underneath him. A claymore.
he puts a that would have been amazing. Damn. Can we see at a certain point? These are the reasons why. The only reason I'd want some movies to be remade.
Oh yeah, it's just to ruin them.
This is ruin. This, this completely make a different movie at that moment. It's like, why call it Eurotrip remake if like the guy's gonna put a nail bomb in his bathroom while he's taking a shit?
A nail bomb is insane. You know what's crazy? I know how to make a nail bomb.
I do. I think I have an idea how to make one too.
That's
Like I know how to do it. Like
That's
I could do
creepy.
it today.
Why not be a terrorist, Chris?
Huh?
Be a terrorist now.
I shouldn't.
bro.
Why not?
They Crisco'd a bunch of the lamps, the street lights.
What did you mean?
They Crisco'd them in preparation.
They greased them up?
They greased them up
people
with
can't
Crisco.
get 'em?
Yeah, with fucking pig fat, with pig lard.
And people are still fucking doing it. They're still getting up
it's just
there.
hard mode. That's all. There's
just
like
like,
Claw into the metal.
fucking
One guy
goddamn.
put his hand in and it dents in. And he's ghost up. And it's like, what is that guy? Is that fucking
Everybody
Goku?
just-
What the fuck?
Everybody just becomes Venom. Suing my ex-boyfriend for custody of our friends. My dick is hard. My balls are numb. Sipping my ass filled with cum. Getting murdered by the entire United States military because some dog used to work at the White House. Indiana Crones in the Temple of Pooh. Yay on Snark Tank 2025. Get him in fishnets. Death. Jack the World's Fastest Maori. Nocturne has some of the worst designs I've ever seen.
Like Castlevania Nocturne?
I guess. I still haven't seen
what
it.
has some of the most designs
Nocturne.
of character? You said.
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I will say, of the designs that I've seen of it, the first series is significantly stronger to me.
I think
but-
what's her name looks amazing. The black girl. I think her design is amazing. Literally.
I don't like that she's black. That's cool.
What's up, Matt Walsh? Or pick one.
Yeah,
Is it
literally, it doesn't
random?
matter. Just like,
What's up?
oh yeah, what are
Chris?
you? Crowder.
Crowder.
You just pick a name out of a hat. literally.
Jack Pacific, in woke, like all. It's
yeah,
literally
and
all the
wokeness.
same shit.
Sneezing is just coming out of your face.
What's
I
her
don't think so.
name?
A little bit.
Arthur Morgan voice. Aries. Kill Mike and my life is yours.
Alucard look funny.
Would you
They
kind of?
made him way girly
He's
looking.
He's just
He's
like,
so
he's
soft
not color
looking.
rendered at all.
He's
Oh, he's
just
like pale as
He's
fuck.
completely white.
Well, that makes sense. Well, and no, not really. It doesn't exactly. Well,
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if there's some lore that I'm
They
not
tried to
aware
explain that God. You know what's weird about that show, and it is funny. Like I did see this clip about like
of. Yeah.
where they tried to explain like a scientific reason why the right angles of the cross, burn demons alive.
well, it makes sense.
Has
Why they
No,
why
it
they
doesn't.
explaining it?
no, it's a dumb idea.
Why would an Indian vampire be afraid of a fucking cross?
What are you talking
Why
about?
would a vampire from India at that time be averse to a cross?
It doesn't matter. The whole point is that like you're already. I love the idea. The premise of the joke is that it's funny that all of this fantastical stuff is possible, where like you have vampires and all this magic shit, but like the idea of God is like, no, we need to science this. It's like the right angles of the cross are what does it. It's fucking insane.
I think that's funny because it's like Well, yeah. Why? Like you're in Japan and the vampires get to you, show them across, and it's like.
Yeah.
It's like, why the what? That doesn't make any sense.
Why not though?
My
at that
understanding
point?
was that like, well, okay, there's many things that affect vampires, so
Sure. Yeah.
that's
They
kind
might
of-
not have ran into that particular.
That's the
one.
thing. Like you
And that
don't
makes sense,
need to
too.
only kill them with a fucking cross related thing.
Yeah.
Like, stake them in the heart.
Not to mention, even in the
Sun-
series, it doesn't really even bother them that much. Most vampires in the series are like,
Yeah, it's
So
just,
what?
the scientific explanation of the cross is just so silly.
Yeah,
It's just
it's-
like right angles. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like I just don't like. I don't. Like,
so
I don't
dumb.
need it. I don't
Exactly,
Need it
I
at
don't-
all.
yeah.
I don't need it at all.
I don't
a
need
good show, though.
vampires being afraid of crosses. I feel like that's such a stupid thing. It's like,
I mean,
avoid.
It's all stupid. Like if you think about it, even
Yeah, the
like
whole
the
thing is
idea of just they're night creatures, so the sun fucks them. Why?
I was actually talking.
Why?
I was actually talking about this with like some friends of
insane.
mine the other day, where it was just like because I'm
the
watching
Lord's light.
Severance right now. You know that show, Severance?
Heard about it.
It's like some Apple TV show. It's got like Adam Scott, and it's created by Ben Stiller for some reason. It's really good though.
Created by him?
I think so. I could be wrong. I know he directs a lot of the episodes, and I've seen him credited as like a mastermind behind it, but I don't know if he created it by himself or like with a group of people.
Okay.
I don't know. But it's a show, and it's really good. It's got like 2 seasons so far. But the premise, I remember looking at the premise, like this is such a dumb premise. Because the premise is, do you know the premise of Severance is?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's like, do you know?
No.
So it's the idea is like, okay, you go to work for a company and then you leave. It's like, oh, work is soul draining. It sucks. What if you could split yourself into 2 people consciously? So like the idea is like there's a floor and like a procedure that you do where like if you go down the elevator, you go on this floor and basically your social self turns on or your social self turns off and your work self turns on. So like they're 2 separate consciousnesses. Like your work self doesn't know what's going on in the,
In the real world.
in
Do
the
they
real world
sleep?
and vice versa. Huh?
Do they sleep?
Their real person sleeps. Like the social you sleeps. And then
But
you go
does
to
their
work.
body sleep?
Yeah, it's the same person. You go into the elevator and then like something triggers in your brain and you just kind of become the new you.
Okay.
So like one version of you is always working, but like they're also like they got nothing else to do.
Right.
So the social you sleeps then.
The whole premise is to just like I don't want to think about work. I want to enjoy my life and not have to worry about it. I want to be able to clock in and then like 1 second later, it's 5 p.m. and I've skipped my entire work day and I don't have to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
It's fucking convoluted and stupid. It's a stupid fucking idea. It's the idea that you would have if you were high in high school and talk about like, dude.
Yeah. It's as dumb as when I
Yeah.
say I wish I could just charge my brain like an iPhone
Yeah.
and not have to sleep. Like it just
Yeah.
and then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
stupid
convinced,
idea.
I'm convinced now though that would be a good show.
Because of the
Yeah,
I feel like you need
and as I
sleep,
thought
but that'd be
about it,
interesting though.
You
And
need
as I-
sleep because of that. If you were
Yeah.
able to charge, your recharging is sleeping.
Well, doesn't I feel like there's a mental side to it though, right? Like I feel
Well,
like
the
sleep
mental
is
side is sleep just takes care of all the things, all the damage you've done to your brain from being awake the entire day. So, and then it helps figure things out subconsciously, brings subconscious into the forefront of the mind to figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
I feel like charging would take care of all that because what it's just doing all that, but just in like an hour or something.
Yeah.
So you just. Okay, good. Let's
Yeah.
go. You know,
I believe that like with good execution, that stupid idea could be turned into a good show.
I think everything. I think for the most part, most things have a chance of being pretty good if
I
they
think
execute it correctly.
I think I think there's no. I think if you have any idea, no matter how bad it is, if you execute on it well, it becomes a good idea.
I guess it's
and
like-
I was thinking about that, like just in all the think about all the good ideas that you think are good ideas, or like the good shows or the good movies or the good games. Chances are you could boil that down into like a really stupid idea.
of course.
You know,
I guess when people always say like, oh, like the
what if a high school teacher fucking sold meth?
yeah,
Who the fuck would watch that?
when they say like break the show down into like a sentence or something like that.
Yeah.
and it's like that. And I think about say a show like The Last of Us. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck about these mushroom zombies or whatever the fuck's going on? It has
Yeah,
nothing
there's
to do with that shit.
zombies and
Middle-aged
like,
white man and baby dyke saved the world.
there's zombies and they come from like a mushroom.
Yeah, some bullshit. Like, oh,
You'd be like, get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah.
What are you pitching this to me for? You
I think a lot of things are not as stupid. Like most shows are pretty fucking stupid in their simplest form. But it's
Most fiction is stupid.
yeah.
not. Most things are stupid.
Well, I guess, but like I mean, like from the idea of like coming up with something and making it real. I just think like and I got to thinking like, what is a bad Like I wonder how many. Oh, that fucking Max Landis movie with Will Smith. You remember Bright?
Yeah.
Right, I never saw that.
I remember thinking like that's not a bad idea, but that sucks. You know what I mean? The movie itself sucked, and I remember being like, you could do something there.
That shouldn't be a movie. That should
not
be a
show.
That needs to be a show.
But like the premise of like
but a good
fantasy,
show.
the premise of fantasy being like contemporary and like that's not a bad idea.
That seemed cool, yeah.
But it was executed horribly.
I think having fantasy in a modern world just doesn't quite work right.
I like it.
I think it
Doesn't
could.
quite work right.
I like
No,
it.
now
I haven't seen it. I
I'm
haven't seen
convinced that it could.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just there's so much like racism. Though it's
He's always talking about racism.
racism in a fantasy
He
world
loves it.
makes sense in a way it just can't in the real world. Orcs literally kill people, dude. Like
Yeah, but it's just, but like I would say, if,
but they're not beholden to
if
that.
society went on,
They're not beholden to-
eventually,
yeah, there'll be things like that, yeah.
Imagine, like, look at what we used to do, what cultures used to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I feel like eventually, if orcs and all that shit was real, like it's entirely possible to end
I
up
think
in
at a
where
certain point
everybody's
it'd be like
civilized.
yeah, they would get there, but like it'd be like because think of it like this, right? Like a tiefling. That is a devil. That is a devil, effectively, right? And imagine every time people have encountered devils, they're like raping and just like literally monstrous creatures. And then like tieflings come here,
Would
like
you
I
kind
gotta
of
be
like tickle my
respectful to
anus?
this.
Big meaty stinks.
I just feel like they would just have to be, they would be eradicated. Like some groups on this planet are almost gone.
Gooner
so,
kill by
you know what I'm
men.
saying?
That's so dumb.
Big numbers on the board.
Gooner kill.
What is it?
Gooner kill by men who twerk. Overkill by men at work. The fucking
Men at Work,
the
those Australian
Scrubs
guys.
song, the that song in Scrubs.
Oh, that's what that
I'm
is.
no Superman.
No,
Is it not it?
that's the theme song. The overkill is like there's some episode of Scrubs where it's like Colin Hay is like this old dude and he like what's his name, JD.
Yeah.
He's seeing him everywhere. He's like in the dead body. He's like singing.
Ah,
I can't remember what episode it was.
I thought Men at Work is the
We're living in a land
Yeah,
down
is
under.
that them?
Yeah, but that's also the Scrubs
Okay.
song.
Okay, I didn't know.
I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications.
Okay, I
Of wandering into.
I didn't. I thought they made like one song and died or something. I didn't know.
No, that guy. Well, that's the only other song I know by them. To be fair.
I don't know anything. Actually, I didn't even know it's a person.
Well, Colin Hay is the singer, but like Men at Work is the
Okay,
band.
I literally know nothing. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I understand.
I don't know why I know this either.
I was just about to say that. I was like, why do you know this?
I have strange esoteric knowledge about things that have no real bearing.
Clearly.
On it. Jimmy Buffett is my hear me out. That's great. Today, as a corpse.
I have no comment. I don't really know any Jimmy Buffett songs.
I don't know anything about him.
I know
I just
there's
know he has
that
a Margaritaville.
that gay burgers in paradise or something. Or what is it? Wait, what's the real burger? I don't even remember what the real thing is.
I don't know.
It's something burgers in paradise.
Hamburgers in Paradise?
It might be that.
Having a hamburger is so fucking lame.
What is
Get a
it?
cheeseburger like a man.
Having a hamburger
Daft-
is peculiar.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? Even the people that are like, "Oh, I'm lactose intolerant." I'm like, "Bro, there's barely any lactose in cheese. Shut the fuck up."
You might as well just
like
not even-
legitimately,
yeah.
there's barely any lactose in cheese.
Is that true?
It is absolutely true.
Like, so pizza wouldn't... I feel like pizza's pretty
it
drastic.
it doesn't have that much because the aging process of cheese, the lactose breaks down. There isn't that much in there.
How do they get the
Are
skin
you
on?
sure? I thought.
There isn't a lot of lactose comparatively, like say like a cream, right? A cream, obviously, that's just like it fucking of course there's a lot of lactose. The aging process heavily breaks down the lactose, so there's not that much in it.
Okay.
Let me verify that before I sound retarded, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure there's less than cream, of
because
course, in milk.
I'm partially lactose intolerant, not like violently, but cheese doesn't affect me even a little bit. But like say if I have milk, then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's a high chance I'm gonna shit my pants.
How do they put the skin on the cheese?
Just keep doing what
there's
you're
a-
doing. Ignore that.
You see the surgeons how they have the little, you know how they did the
surgery
surgery
on
on
a
the
grape?
grape.
They took
They
the
did
grape
surgery on a grape.
skin. That shit got way too out of hand.
That was so weird.
It was weird. It was so cool. I love that video though. It's like hypnotizing.
It's to the point where the big wide neck guy, there's a Photoshop version of him where they're doing surgery on his
That's
head.
insane. That's awesome. Daft Punk cock sucking cock. I don't know. I live in Texas, ain't going to Vegas to eat Roadhouse. A long hook coming from off screen and pulling Sween's tooth gap wider when his jokes don't land. Oh my god.
Stupid.
That is fucking crazy. That's like stretching your fucking head out.
It would hurt. It would hurt really bad.
The in-game currency in Call of Duty is called CP. JIDS or GIDS. I don't know how to pronounce that still. Imagine picking Sween to read out loud in class. Every time Sweeney talks, I skipped. I was terrible at that.
What was it?
Reading in class.
It's nerve-wracking.
Because I was just dyslexic. I was literally like fumbling like a fucking
I was
idiot.
good, man. I locked in.
I through
I'd
sheer
make it
force
through.
of will.
Do you know how I was so good that like I was upset when I made a mistake? Like we had to do these things in a homeroom to Pledge of Allegiance, and then we would read a quote from like a famous person. Like in my middle school, we would always do this, and it was like, oh, it was my turn to do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna kill this thing. It was fine, but at that point, so I'm like 12 or something. I've never seen the name Dwight before.
You said D. White?
I said D. White. I said D. White like a fucking dumbass.
D. White, D.
and that
Eisenhower?
still bothers me.
That's fucking crazy.
I was like,
I read out loud a lot more when I was that age, so it was easier for me to read, but I'm also violently dyslexic, but I just read more.
Yeah.
I just
So that was
used
the
to-
thing.
Yeah.
So I would have to like read out loud to make, because it was going to happen. It was going
Right.
to happen. I'd make sure I would go home. I would read the passage beforehand that I would be reading at school.
and then it was time.
So it was time. I'd be like, all right, cool. Even if I'm fucking up, my brain can kind of autopilot.
You're like,
it
nigga,
for me.
nigga.
Bitch.
I just make the assumption. I've made the adjustment now where it's just like I can't trust what I see the first time, so I just make my assumptions like, what's the second most likely thing that this is going to be?
You should just
And it usually works.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
do that too, and it's actually not good.
Whatever.
But it helps you stay afloat, you know?
Did you ever have one of those moments when you don't know how you knew this word, even though you've never, like, say, chaos? I had never seen chaos written before, and then I saw, and I was like, how did I? Because it
Context clues.
that does not look like chaos. That does not look like chaos. It looks like chaos.
I'm pretty good at assuming. I don't know what that's like. One of the only things that I feel genuinely confident in is like if I've never seen a word before, I can probably pronounce it correctly.
Yeah.
Like even if it's like a weird one, I've always like just
even that,
luckily guessed.
That
For
was
me, my
that one stuck
dyslexia
out
has
to me
helped
a
me
lot.
find a middle ground. For me, dyslexia has helped me get to the point where I can assume what happens next. And I think that's why I'm bad at languages, is because of the fact that my dyslexia made me kind of infer more than reading actually what's there exactly.
Yeah.
Frieza calling Vegeta vagina. Gunamorph, Vaggots in Gaza featuring Adolf Hitler. Another one. Kevin Durant's feet, Dr. Manlover, how I learned to stop worrying and love the cock. Fuck you, I ain't paying my TV license, bitch. Mr. Pants, I hope you only cum sand forever. Fuckface Unstoppable, you should have Colin say Mega Man on sacred symbols. Mega Man. Spum Befudders, Jolly Old Dipshit, the Ace of Parades, definitive top 5 black people. 1 LeBron, 2 Keith David, 3 Future, 4 Tim Duncan, 5 Sweeney. That's crazy.
That's great. I'm your top. That's what's up, dude. Fuck you.
What is your contact?
That's wild.
It's clearly
LeBron? Have you saw the memes like LeBron triple dog dare you to beat the fuck out of your wife? And it's like
Pungy for Cummy Wummies,
seen
Phoebe
shit
Grissy
like
Poo, Kanye on Twitter.
I think
I
I've
love
sent
Sweeney.
them
I
to
love
you,
Sweeney.
bro.
I think you've sent me one.
Head on down to snarknight.shop, pick up our new scumbag cum rags. The best new way to wipe up that gross shit.
Fuck.
The Crimson Cock. Sorry, I have to put that new shirt that I have.
Yeah, I gotta see if the stupid samples have come in yet. I gotta check.
Walking through the streets,
fuck, I
sipping
hope-
on semen like a gin and juice. No, I'm
Hope it's
fiending,
here
suck a
today.
penis.
That'd be so great.
Oh, the test shirt?
Yeah, so I can wear it tomorrow. That'd be fucking great.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Suck a penis, about to fuck a dude. Shitting in a Gatorade bottle.
Okay, this guy's done that before. Who fucking just think
That
who
is
just,
fucking
Who just
insane.
thinks of that?
I feel like that's either something you think of doing and you're disgusting, or you've seen it.
You've seen it. Like
You
you've
know?
seen shit. Like you
In
were
a Gatorade bottle, and you're like, what the fuck? Like you walked by like some fucking ditch in like a city. Stiltson, wouldst thou be gay to fornicate with a Republican male? For they are not mowed than giant pussies. That's a fucking
good,
mess. It's a mess of a sentence.
It's a good point though.
yeah.
They are
I guess you
giant
could say-
pussies. So if you fuck a conservative, is that gay?
yeah.
Because you just fucked a giant pussy. That's actually not a bad. Philosophically, I think you'd still be straight.
Do not force this inquiry upon me. But
Yeah. Socially, you're very gay. But like philosophically, I pass. I'll give you a pass.
auxiliary enjoyer, Smitchy the Kid, Jesse Lee Peterson sings Hakuna Matata. She Pipkin on my Pippa, Ichiban Kasuga. It's
Giving
it's
Trump
Kasuga,
a
right?
black eye with your Kasuga, yeah.
Yeah.
Giving
I just
Trump
wanna
a
say
black
Kasuga
eye
or
with your
something.
dick is pretty hilarious.
Post
Like black blood popping in one in the eye, and it's swollen.
Post clarity nut.
He's like, I fell down.
Scrotor the Bulbarian, Hunts Cox, Star Coffee, deporting my cum to the unconscious ice agent's face. I've been gay since cock 1-ish. The guys had no time to mourn Brian, who was melted by molten cheese. They swore to honor his sacrifice and beat pizza time. Craig the Canadian.
They're not gonna win.
It appears
They're
my
gonna die.
superiority has led to some controversy. It's your boy Shawnee D, major minority. I put semen in his champagne. He ain't even know it. I took him back home and he sucked. That he ain't even know it. Dick toss. Cerebrus. Oh, Cerberus agent. Cerebrus. Cerberus agent 267. It's been a while since I thought about Mass Effect, actually. Say Drake. That shit was crazy. That face he made. Like it
That
was like
face was perfect, dude.
the face that he made at the Super Bowl.
Say, Drake. I hear you like him come.
I heard, yeah, he said that.
He should have said that.
I hear you like.
I hear you like cum.
He didn't say pedophile, but I understand why. He's probably gonna get in trouble
I
for
would
doing
have
it.
said it, honestly.
I feel like I was like, why? Like,
like, why are you playing by the... Come on.
what else? I mean, you said it.
I think that was the
You might
Super
as
Bowl
well.
thing. I think the Super Bowl was like, don't say pedophile.
I'm sure they did.
I don't think it was him like choosing not to say. I think the Super Bowl was
To
like,
me,
hey,
it's,
don't
it's
say.
stupid though. I feel like if
Yeah.
they should
But to
have.
me, it's like the Rage Against the Machine thing. It's like, just fucking do it. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
just say it. Well, here's the thing. I gotta. So I don't know if many people agree with me, but what it looks like for me. Because the Chili Peppers, when they played, they were like, oh, we don't play live. We record a live track, and then we play to it. So they weren't supposed to say that, obviously, but, Chili Peppers are like, what the fuck? We didn't want to do that, but they made us do it.
Yeah.
And what it looks like to me, whenever I see this, the only times people are, there's live mics in certain aspects of it, but
Sure.
most of the performance is already pre-rendered. And one thing was obvious when SZA came out, like, she was absolutely, her lips didn't match what she was saying, but like there's parts where like in between where it seems like they cut the mic on, they're actually like talking,
Yeah.
and it's hard for me to decipher that completely. So I think
I
even
think he was rapping for sure.
in a moment, I don't think so
I
actually.
think he was rapping because it sounds live.
So that's that you weren't paying attention to
true,
anything
but
I was just
true.
saying.
That's true, but
No, so what but did you hear what I was saying
Well,
before?
yeah, they should be doing live, yeah.
They cut a live performance and then it's rendered and then they play that. So the Chili Peppers, because it was basically after all the disasters and shit that happened before with like
Janet and everything.
yeah, and all that stuff. They're like, we don't want to take any chances. So the idea is to have a live rendered performance and then just lip sync to it. And I would have to study it to see like how close it was. But like when I was looking at SZA, it didn't look very close. Like say Kendrick, it looked like he was completely like locked in. But there's parts where like when he's talking, that's clearly a live mic. Like they were talking, there's a part because like to have a live a rendered like live kind of thing like that would be stupid because then it would be like easily exposed.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna remember exactly your cadence when you're talking, but if you're rapping, that's really easy. Like I said, some people might disagree with me, but like, no, I think
I
it's
didn't know Drake
live.
dated SZA. I never knew that.
I had no idea.
He dated her when she was like 18, which is fucking another. My nigga, stop! Like stop, dude.
Wait, how old is Kendrick?
No, wait, I'm talking Drake
talking
and
about
SZA
Drake?
dated.
I thought you said...
No, you said Drake.
Kendrick dated fucking...
Oh, I definitely I would have been
That's
like
fucking
that's
insane.
weirder. But yeah, I
no,
didn't.
not really.
I didn't hear
think they're-
about
I
that.
think I think they're both around the same age as each other, Drake and Kendrick. I think they're both in the same age group as each
No,
other.
you're right.
That's- yeah,
I think
that's what
I
I'm
think he's
saying.
literally like a year older than me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think he's like 37.
He's like 37.
I think
now,
it might have been born the same year. I think it's
Then,
possible.
Yeah.
And he also dated Serena Williams, and she was there, which is hilarious too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember he was obsessed with her. Yeah.
Did he
Drake's a
party?
freak.
Did he party on Epstein Island,
Else,
catered by
bro.
Jared Fogle and bartended by Bill Cosby?
Constantly.
and rounding out our list is always King of Haphazard, 3XO, chugging a 2-liter Coke, swallowing 3 Mentos like pills, and doing 10 jumping jacks.
Just trying to kill yourself. Just trying to straight die.
I would love to see what that would do to a human body.
Well,
You probably
it's
just get, like,
probably on
upset
YouTube
stomach.
already.
Probably just get an upset stomach. That's it.
Damn.
Honestly, probably
Punching
nothing
Nazis
like
through
crazy.
punching Nazis through Sweeney's tooth cap. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticon's going like this. Has Derek ever checked out Vinland Saga? Great anime, especially season 2. Judas Priest, dicking after Dick Night. Cocking till the cock. Penis till the penis. Then I'm cum. Don't know what that is.
Very cool.
Obi-Wan Chablomi, waiting for the Sween hunting tier list. I want his pelt. Kremlin to Gremlin, fucking Squirrel Girl, and leaving 2 condoms in her.
Yeah, it's so great.
That's fucking insane. Joey gay ass. It ain't easy taking dick like this. Jarvis, take me off Epstein's black book. Oh my god, Dr. Drew passed away today.
I'm not a big fan of Joey Diaz, but I love his fucking joke about fucking bombing places. You go to a place and you fucking pay $2 for a fucking slice of pizza.
Should bomb that.
You should bomb that place. I think that shit is. I don't think he's very funny.
We've all
kind of a prick.
I mean, I think a lot of us have felt that.
But like,
oh my god,
come
Dr.
back with an explosive.
I just gotta say, deep cut on that fucking. You just said his name.
Oh,
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Deep cut.
Ancient one.
The homosexual Hulk voice, Hulk Gape. Wage Slave 583, Green Goblin voice, the sheen of Sween's peen is green from banging Marlene. The Papini brothers.
Is the picture of Young Jock praying?
No.
Keep going. Do you think?
The
Young
Papini
Jock?
brothers present Gordon Ramsay cleaning Asmongold's room ASMR. That's awesome.
Oh, wait, what?
Gordon Ramsay cleaning Asmongold's room.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck is this?
It'd be like Kitchen Nightmare. If
Yeah,
you
it'd be
ever
like
seen that
Kitchen
show.
Nightmares. Yeah. Don Dockerson, the colon swinging slasher. My villain arc has begun. Some asshole in New York got my debit card number and spent hundreds on porn. I will find him.
Why? Why is he doing that?
What is that?
It's so funny. I think he lost custody of his daughter in this moment, and it's like he made a video about it.
Oh.
And it's kind of sad, but also super funny.
He looks stupid. He looks like he's getting domed up.
Have you been to...
That is fucking crazy.
Like
You're
that's
praying. Like, what do you pray for? That it never ends, or that you can endure? Like, what's happening?
yeah. It's probably you already know she's still sucking.
Kid who shot his dad and saw
pray
it
for her
coming
to
a mile
stop,
away. Story.
You don't have the strength to tell her to stop.
Chris out here Gollum maxing with found rings.
With
Oh,
found
yeah, I
rings.
keep finding rings.
Oh.
Cum face is like Clayface, but well, you know.
Yeah. Well,
How dare you?
I love that that's written this way.
Face is awesome though.
It is a good idea.
That's a great villain.
Get him a cum face.
Spray face.
Splat.
Spray face.
Splat.
Me be fishy making my daily deposits in the cum drawer. Tom Sweeney is a sweet and beautiful angel. John Strickland, Mercs 1889. My bitch fisted me so deep she worked me like a sock puppet. Yeah, I came. Stop calling me gay. It's not like that. First Surgeon Keith David, naming my child Norma Jean strictly because of the band. A surgeon I work with got fired for listening to Pizza Time episode I recommended to him. Time to eat the bugs and live in the pod. Pre-Roz, Blake 896. Who do you think you are? I am. Retord D2. Do you think Brian Thompson's last words was "Wah"? My dad went to school with Tears for Fears, and they said they were known as those queers. Jared Fogle was using Doc Brown's time machine to molest himself as a child. That is insane.
And that's how he stuck, because that's usually the cycle. You get molested, you grow up, and you become a child molester.
He made his own
this is like
closed system.
This is completely the Terminator.
That's insane. Did you hear what that was?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Going back in time to molest yourself is wicked
Exactly,
stuff.
and then that's
I've got to do this.
that's crazy.
Texas Tater Salad, Shot Young Sheldon says Sweeney's a homo. Goku False SSJ on YouTube for Stupefy. Nikki Ziggy. 59 Shades of Gay. See, her name changes all the time, so I can't. It's hard for me to remember. 59 Shades of Gay. Snark Tank with live special guests, The Quartering and Cat Black. Musical guest Imagine Dragons.
Oh my god.
I cannot imagine a show that I would be less likely to kill myself at.
The Quartering and Cat Black. Oh man, that is a show right there.
I would never in a million years.
Who's Cat Black again?
Some
This
fucking
trans black lady that absolutely hates Chris.
Damn.
Yeah. She wasn't a fan of me either. She drew a picture of me with the Nazi armband.
Jackpot.
Yeah, and
That's so funny.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" The crazy thing was she made me look all ghetto as fuck, and I'm like,
It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like that.
Yeah.
Real
right?
Nazis. There's like real Nazis.
There was
Real Nazis.
there was literally I was just like, I'm not saying Nazi
It's so
shit.
out of
What are
pocket.
you
Yeah,
saying?
it really is out of
doing?
pocket. It was like that drawing was crazy.
It is. The way that it looks.
It was
I'm
a
like,
borderline like newspaper like cartoon from like 1905.
Yeah, like the Strömer, fucking the German fucking Nazi newspaper or something.
Yeah.
So it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, whatever.
But I love the drawing though. Like it's actually
What
pretty
happened
funny
to
to have
them?
it.
What?
She's still around. She still makes content.
Is she still doing stuff?
Yeah.
I think YouTubers they're so.
The quartering, I haven't seen anything about him in a minute.
He went down his drain.
He's
He's swirling.
bro. He does not emote like that at all.
He thought he was.
He is now.
Oh, now?
now he's like
Finally?
he's
Finally?
swirling down the fucking drain.
He thought was.
He's like Hercules at the end with like the being
oh, that fucking
in that weird
the
like
soul,
fucking death
yeah.
tornado or whatever the fuck it was.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
when he saved.
That's a great
Bagheera,
movie.
it's a good movie.
When he saved Meg.
Christopher
bitch was hot.
Christopher Columbus.
I thought you said Bagheera.
Bagheera.
I thought you said the guy from Bagheera from Jungle Book.
Oh my god.
I think you said
her name is Megara. I think it's Megara.
Megara, I thought it was.
Megara. There it is. What it is. Yeah, it's
Meg
Megara.
is what she's called.
Meg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big titted bitch is what I
A
called
fucking
her.
she
slut.
wasn't that big.
She didn't have big tits,
She
but
did have big. Didn't she?
she had a
No,
very
she did
tiny
not.
waist, and
I thought she had big tits relative to like the size of the rest of her body.
I don't remember. Let's
Not
look.
really.
Let's check.
I feel like
You know
feel
who
like
had big
no.
tits? Zeus. Zeus was stacked.
Zeus was stacked. Yeah,
You remember?
it's a shame he was shot in Arizona.
The god Zeus going into a fucking quick, a stop and shop real quick.
He got mugged at a Quickie Mart in fucking Tucson.
He was like, "Wait, what's going? You know I'm the god." Boom.
Look at this nigga's tits, man.
Oh, dang, he
fucking
got some
crazy.
healthy.
He also has the face of an old baby. He's like a confusing person. Like the way he's animated, like he's almost like a salamander. The way his fucking face is.
Look up Meg.
Do you ever see him without his beard?
I don't want to see that.
He looks insane. I like it's the first thing that pops up if you put a W. Like you put a
With no beard?
Without beard.
Ew!
That is crazy. That is crazy.
That is fucking heinous.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god, dude. What the hell?
Beautiful, beautiful.
I've never seen that actually. He looks like that fucking weird. Oh my god, that stop motion.
They weren't jumping too much.
Oh my
So,
god, what the fuck is that thing? I know the audience knows. There's like this weird stop motion meme a while ago, but there's like a little clay blob. It was like almost like a Wallace and Gromit looking thing. And it was like, it was just like chewing.
I don't know
Fuck
what that
me.
is. I don't know
God
what that
damn it.
is.
It was
It's
like,
like the chin. I think it's a chin upside down or something like that. And it's like,
no, it's, I don't know, whatever. I think they mentioned it on Only Plays once. Squidward killing machine operator. Sorry, Miss Jackson, badly brave. Dog the baby hunter. Aetherian needs help lowering his weapon in Halo 3. Orange Man Hunter Nate from Memphis 1. And rounding out our list as always, the King of Haphazard.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your support.
You're all wonderful people.
Next, this is episode. Is this $2.99?
Derek, what the fuck, dude?
So he's showing us.
Look it up.
Yes.
So he's showing us a very detailed and very well done drawing of Zeus from Hercules, fucking Hercules from Hercules.
This is the type of shit that me and my old school homies.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
We send Disney gay porn to each other.
Wow.
It's so good. It all started with Beauty and the Beast. We once we stumbled upon a deviant art
Of course.
of the Beast absolutely ravaging Gaston, and ever since then that's just been like an arc for us. It's been a thing.
Getting fucked by the beast
Dude,
is so
like
fucking funny.
so savage. The Beast is so like savagely like giving it to him. It's crazy.
Bye. This is episode 299, right?
Yes, it is. It's
This is episode 299. Next episode's 300. That means we're gonna reset.
Yeah.
So next episode, actually, so you guys might not know this. Because we've hit episode 300, we're gonna restart. Next episode is gonna be episode 1. We're gonna get rid of every single episode that we're gonna delete everything. It's gonna be like Unis Annus. We're gonna delete everything we've ever made and restart.
I love that.
Yeah,
We are doing it.
we are doing that. I do think we should make an effort to make a good jump on because there's so much of this show is like jokes from
We'll
like
do
previous
Star Tank
episodes.
2. We'll do
You call it Star Tank 2? That would be hilarious. Episode 1.
Episode 1 of Snark Tank season 2 of Snark Tank.
And we finally got to season
after
2.
300 episodes. Yeah, all right. Season 2. Get ready for season 2.
Yeah, that rules.
Next episode
Bigger,
300.
better,
Uncut.
And bigger,
uncut,
longer, uncut.
Unshut. Yeah, I said unshut.
All right. Stay tuned for season 2. Bye.
I don't want to wait.
For my cum to get colder.
I want it, drink it now. I need
While
my
it's
seed.
warm.
I need my seed.
That was Dawson's Creek, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love that show. I had an older sister.
I did not watch that at all.
I had an older sister too.